Share a few hours a month, because mentorship may sound huge, but the truth is, it takes little to be big. To learn more, volunteer, or donate, go to bebignow.org.
Spring has arrived. The temperatures are rising, and it's time to get your equipment ready for the season. Landmark Implement has high-quality used John Deere planters, sprayers, and tractors, priced to move and ready to work for you. Take advantage of unbeatable deals and flexible financing to upgrade your operation without stretching your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or browse our full inventory online at landmarkimp.com. Before these deals are done, experience the Landmark difference.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, a chance of showers this morning with patchy fog possible. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and breezy with a high around 60. Tonight, mainly cloudy skies with a low around 44. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers. Otherwise, mainly cloudy with a high near 63. I'm meteorologist Kyle Flecker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Mike, I've been thinking, our house could really use a makeover. How about new siding?
I've been thinking the same thing. Have you heard of James Hardy?
Yes! Sarah down the street had Roofing Service Company install James Hardy siding on their home, and they love it.
Roofing Service Company does have great reviews.
They took her through the design process and made everything super easy.
Roofing Service Company offers expert design and installation. Couple that with James Hardy's durable products and variety of colors, you and your family will love your exterior remodel. Just visit roofingservicecompany.com. That's roofingservicecompany.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time for Lincoln Stars Hockey on 93.7 The Ticket. Listen into the 29th season of Stars Hockey as they continue their journey towards a third Clark Cup on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now it's time to send it to the rink with the voice of the Lincoln Stars, Joel Norman.
Consecutive season that Lincoln
and Waterloo have squared off in the playoffs. It's funny, in both of their illustrious histories, they had not faced each other in a postseason series prior to 2012. Now this will be the 7th all-time meeting between these two squads as they square off here tonight in the first game of a best-of-5 series. This is also the 4th straight season they will meet in the postseason. Each of the previous 3 times that they did, 2002 to 2004, they met in a best-of-3 series. So it's fitting that in a matchup of two teams who have had just some absolutely tightly contested battles in recent years, that they are going to meet in a best-of-5 series, because there's going to need to be a large sample size to determine which team is better and which one will be worthy of a berth in the Clark Cup Final. Clark Cup Final begins May 9th, and we wait to see if the Stars or the Blackhawks will be the team representing the Western Conference. There will be one other game in action here tonight across the USHL, that between the Muskegon Lumberjacks and the Dubuque Fighting Saints. They will also drop the puck at 7:05 in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals. Muskegon, of course, knocked off top-seeded Youngstown, sweeping them in the second round. And Dubuque, as expected, they're right back in a strong position, trying to reach the Clark Cup Final for the second straight year. They lost last year at 4 games to Fargo, and they would be very hungry to get back to that point. We will have updates on that game throughout tonight's contest. But our focus for right now, the Stars and the Blackhawks. Game 1 gets started at 7:05, and we're off and running with our pregame coverage. We will take a quick break, and when we come back, a quick recap of round number 1 as the Stars swept the Sioux City Musketeers. Back in a few here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off your enrollment. The next 10-week challenge begins on April 12th. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th in Yankee Hill and 70th in Vine.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Continuing our pregame coverage as we get you set for Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. The Lincoln Stars hosting the Waterloo Blackhawks here tonight at the Icebox. Let's take a look back at how round number 2 went for the Stars. They, of course, earned the first round bye thanks to winning the Anderson Cup and having the top record in not just the entire USHL, but, of course, the Western Conference. very importantly. In the first round, the Stars won Game 1, 3-2, April 18th, a week ago today. A 2-goal third period as they entered that period trailing by a 2-1 score. Daniel Schlain and Aiden Jans scored a minute 28 apart for the equalizer and then the game-winning goal. April 19th, the next day, Stars took a 2-0 series lead with a 6-3 triumph thanks to scoring 3 goals in the third period. And Lincoln would wrap up the series sweep with a 17-save shutout by Jan Shostak at game number 3 at the Tyson Event Center earlier this week on Monday. So the Stars victorious, sweeping the Musketeers and getting revenge because you might remember it was last year Sioux City swept Lincoln in the second round of the Clark Cup playoffs. This year, in round number 2, it's Lincoln sweeping Sioux City. And now another team with revenge on their mind. It's the Waterloo Blackhawks taking on the Stars. Lincoln has ended Waterloo's season each of the last 2 campaigns. You better believe the Blackhawks and head coach Matt Smaby are going to be hungry to try and win this series. Waterloo entering the postseason as the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. Lincoln, of course, the top overall record of the USHL, so the 1st seed in the West. And this figures to be a heck of a battle. You look back at the regular season series between these 2 teams. Now, Lincoln did win 3 of 4 meetings, but the only lopsided game, if you want to call it that, was a 3-0 win at the Icebox October 12th. Jan Shostak had his first shutout of the season, second ever against Waterloo, and first ever in the regular season. He had 36 saves, and Waterloo outshot Lincoln in that game despite being shut out and falling 3-0. The other 3 games, Waterloo won 3-1 November 22nd at Young Arena of last year. Reed Morick broke a 1-1 tie at the 15:41 mark of the third period on a redirection, and that would be a Waterloo win. But the next day, the Stars got revenge as Caden Harrington tied the game with 65 seconds remaining in regulation, and Alex Pelletier scored the only goal in the shootout as Waterloo had come out strong to start the third period, scoring twice, 2 goals at 2 minutes and 5 seconds apart, just 4 minutes and 53 seconds into the third period. But the Stars would rally back late to tie it, force a 3-3 tie heading into the overtime, and as mentioned, winning in the shootout. That was the only shootout that Lincoln played in the regular season, and it came back on November 23rd last year. And then the most recent meeting prior to tonight was in this building, March 8th at the Icebox, a 3-2 Lincoln victory. And who can forget that finish? Matthew Malte scoring on a penalty shot in overtime to clinch the season series for the Stars. Lefty Markinitis had a pair of breakaway goals, and we saw the Blackhawks tying the game up in the third period thanks to 2 power play goals. So Lincoln won the regular season series. None of that matters, though, as the 2 teams square off here tonight for the first game of a best-of-5 series. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we're going to hear from the head coach of your Lincoln Stars, Rocky Russo, as we continue to draw closer to puck drop between Lincoln and Waterloo. It's coming up at 7:05, and you're listening to 93.7 The Ticket and watching on Flow Hockey.
Out for Markinitis with an opening. Here he comes, Markinitis. He scores!
The 2025 Clark Cup playoffs are here. Join us at the Icebox for all the excitement as the Stars try to bring home their 3rd Clark Cup. Head to USHL.com for a look at the playoff picture and upcoming games. Purchase your tickets for home playoff games now at LincolnStars.com or by calling the box office at 402-474-7827.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Pelletier to Oliver, wrestler, he scores! Dashiell Oliver puts Lincoln back in the lead.
Get your season tickets for all the excitement that the 2025-26 season brings us. Current 7th Star members, renew your season tickets now to guarantee that you'll have seats for all Stars home games in the 2025 Clark Cup playoffs. Take advantage of the early bird window to save on your season tickets. For more information, email Connor, CONNOR, at LincolnStars.com or call 402-474-7827 to secure your season tickets now and become a member of the 7th Star Club.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Hey Stars fans, I'm Ford Jack McCarr. Over the last 3 seasons in Lincoln, I've had a chance to stay in a couple of great homes while playing for the Stars. I'm so grateful for the hospitality of the Reese and the Weber families to help Lincoln feel like home for me. Please consider hosting a Lincoln Stars USHL or AAA player for the rest of this season if you have an open room in your house. The connections that players form with their billets are so crucial for making Lincoln feel like home for us.
Email housing@lincolnstars.com.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Lincoln versus Waterloo in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. It all gets started tonight at 7:05 here at the Icebox. I'm Joe Norman, chatting with the head coach of the Stars, Ronky Russo, and Ronky advancing to the third round here, second time in the last 3 seasons you've gotten to this point, taking on a Waterloo team who has played a few more games than you guys have at this point. Tell me about how this is where, in a lot of ways, I would imagine you're really glad you had that first round bye, having a little more rest than your opponent did.
It's always advantageous to be able to rest up at this time of year, but you know, they're playing good hockey. They won an exciting game on Tuesday in Game 4, and I'm sure that they're riding that momentum coming into here this weekend. So the adrenaline kicks in and you get going, and then it's a matter of being able to maintain that pace over the course of a series.
Looking back at your second round series sweep of Sioux City, the biggest reason why you guys took care of business and moved on with the sweep?
I thought that we played complete hockey in all 3 zones. I thought we were really good in transition defending. I thought we broke pucks out really exceptionally well. And then we got timely goaltending when we needed it, scored some big goals.
First 2 games, you had either a deficit going into the third period or were tied going into the third period. That's no easy task, but both times you emerged with victories. What does that say about the resilience of this team?
Well, I think we learned a little bit about managing our second periods in Game 1 and Game 2, and you saw the difference in the way we managed the second period in Game 3. I think we got a little bit loose with the puck in the second period of the second game, and then obviously we took some penalties in the first game that led to them getting a bunch of power play chances there. So for us, it's just sticking with our process, making sure our identity is clear and defined, and then everybody's just pulling their weight.
The first periods were a big point of emphasis for us for our discussions in the regular season. We talked about how strong those have been for you guys. The second period, this postseason, the only period you've given up goals in over the course of the previous 3 games. What is the biggest stuff you're looking for in that second period to change here in this series?
It's just puck management. You know, we turned the puck over 3 times in Game 2 that gave them short ice. And one of them was a breakout turnover that led to a grade A. The second one was a turnover through the neutral zone where we didn't turn their D. And then the third one, we got a little bit cute. And so if we can manage pucks in the middle of the ice, make sure we put pucks behind their heels and get in on our forecheck, then we're eliminating their opportunity for those short line rushes.
It's been quite the week for Jan Shostak, to say the very least. Monday was his second career USHL Clark Cup playoff shutout, 4th shutout he's had this season, named a Goaltender of the Year finalist, Player of the Year finalist. You've said it the last 2 years, you've got the best goaltender in the league. What more can you say about Jan Shostak heading into these Western Conference finals?
You know, and it's not even about what I say, because he's obviously our goaltender and we think the world of him, but he's getting recognition from the league and from the other coaches and GMs that he's earned. And, you know, I would suspect that he wins goalie of the year. I'll be shocked if he doesn't. You know, when it comes to player of the year, who knows? There's some forwards in that mix that scored an awful lot of goals this year, but he's been our rock this year, and he's the first line of defense when it comes to our success. And then obviously our guys buy into competing and defending around him.
What does it say that both of his playoff shutouts have been on the road? Last year against Waterloo, they didn't score against him until the third period of Game 2 last season, and then, of course, the big one on Monday.
It just shows you the type of competitor that he is. He gets dialed in big moments, and for a goaltender to have that mentality, he's going to have a very long career because he's able to step up in big moments. He's able to shine even in situations where maybe our team isn't playing the best, and he gives our guys confidence that they can make plays, and if they do make a mistake, he's back there to keep it out of our net.
His counterpart tonight is Carter Casey, who's been a big story in the USHL in recent weeks, and this is quite the typical playoff matchup. And a lot of times you've got the veteran who's very proven versus the younger guy who's made a name for himself as of lately. What have you learned about Carter Casey from what you've seen with him in the playoffs?
He's a good goalie. There's no question about that. He's obviously jumped a lot of levels coming from high school hockey right into the USHL and being forced into action, and he's done a good job. They've also done a good job of defending around him and making sure that they're giving shots up from certain areas of the ice where he can set his feet and he can manage his rebounds. And, for us, it's just getting traffic in front of him, making him move, making battle for his sight lines and for second and third chances.
Waterloo's penalty kill has been phenomenal here in the postseason. Didn't give up any goals in that first round against Tri-City, only 3, I believe, in the second round against Sioux Falls. Your power play has had its struggles. Last 16 games, just over 13%. What do you have to do to score on the man advantage against them?
Just simplify it a little bit. Our guys have never lost any confidence on the power play, and that's been the most important thing. We need to get pucks to the net. We need to score a couple dirty ones. And then when you do that, then the pretty plays can kind of create themselves from there, but we need to be a shot first mentality. We need to be driving the net, and we need to be looking to just hammer home a couple of rebounds.
Rocky, we appreciate the time. Best of luck here in Game 1.
Thanks, Joel.
That's the head coach of the Stars, Rocky Russo. When we come back, puck drop between Lincoln and Waterloo and Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
At Allo, we go beyond internet, bringing you faster speeds backed by an all-fiber network. We go beyond TV and phone service, delivering reliable, crystal clear connections. We go beyond customer service with local teammates and no robots for a hassle-free experience. We go beyond value, offering transparent prices with no contracts, hidden fees, or data caps. We even go beyond our office doors by working, hiring, volunteering, and living in the communities we serve. Go beyond fiber. Sign up today at allofiber.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Back at the Icebox for a special moment right now. Former Stars head coach Steve Johnson is on hand to drop the puck for game number 1. It was Johnson who led the Stars to the Clark Cup Championship their first season, 1996-97. Led them to another Clark Cup Championship, the most recent one in 2002, 2003, and that's easily the loudest ovation I've heard, at least since I've been with the Stars 3 seasons here, and deservingly so for him to get this one started. A classic playoff battle, Lincoln versus Waterloo, as they get set to square off here at game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Joel Norman with you. Happy to have you along, and for the Stars versus the Blackhawks. This should be a ton of fun this evening as Lincoln looks to try and get off to a good start in this series after sweeping away Sioux City in the second round. They are ready to go here in the Western Conference Finals. Let's drop the puck. It's game number 1 of the best-of-5 series. Stars, Blackhawks get started right now. Waterloo in the black jerseys, red trim is the visitors. Lincoln in their home whites, blue trim. The Stars win the draw. Their top line will start. It's presented by Williams Cleaners. Matthew Malte at left wing, Jack Picard at center, Lane Loomer on the right side. Left event, Stanner Hendricks, Caden Harrington on the right, and Jan Shostak between the pipes for Lincoln. Worked up toward the left point. Hendricks tries a shot. He just misses the net. Toward the near wall, Picard pitchforks it into the slot, missed the stick of Loomer, and advanced down by the Blackhawks. They open up with Teddy Townsend at left wing, Reed Morick at center, Chase Chate at right wing, Brady Peddle left defense, Mike Phelan on the right side, and Carter Casey between the pipes. Much to discuss in terms of Carter Casey. We'll get into that and one of the upcoming stoppages. Ethan Weber and Jacob Rombach back in their own end. Stars swept the Blackhawks last season in the first round. It was 6th seeded Lincoln, holding the 3rd seeded Blackhawks to just 1 goal at Young Arena and winning games 1 and 2 of that best-of-3 series. Stars have ended Waterloo's season each of the last 2 campaigns. They're trying to do it for a 3rd straight year. 4th straight season these two have met in the playoffs. Here's Hunter Anderson on the attack. His shot misses the net, and Karams out of play. Anderson was phenomenal for the Stars in the second round against Sioux City. A goal and 3 assists. He leads all Star skaters in postseason points. Faceoff coming up to the left of Carter Casey here. Casey has jumped right in for the Blackhawks and played a pivotal role in their postseason success. Made his USHL debut April 4th. He has started, including tonight, each of the last 10 games. He's won 8 of his previous 9, 3-0 with a 208 goals against average at .920 save percentage in the regular season. 5-1 this postseason with a 252 goals against and a .919 save percentage in his first 6 postseason games. Waterloo swept Tri-City in the first round, best-of-3 series, as Rombach tries a shot from left point, blocked away and sent back to center ice. And after that, the Blackhawks defeated Sioux Falls in 4 games in the best-of-5 second round. The overtime heroics of Brandon McMorrow in double OT, scoring the game winner back on Tuesday night to send Waterloo into this 3rd round. Winner of this best-of-5 series moves on to the Clark Cup final. It's game 1. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 6. Here's Ethan Weber on the left wing side, gliding past center ice, sent it off the glass. Gio DeJulian settles, tries a wrister, and a save made as Casey hangs on and makes his 2nd stop of the night. Stars got plenty of production throughout the lineup over the course of the second round. Those 3 games against Sioux City, every skater on the top 4 lines recorded at least 1 point. Timely goals all throughout. Ada Jans had the game winner in game 1 a week ago tonight. Only 2 goals in game 3. Matthew Malte and Lane Loomer had those 2. And then, of course, that big 3-goal eruption in the 3rd period of last Saturday's game number 2 against Sioux City. Stars looking to have more consistent second periods. The second period was the only period of that 3-game series against Sioux City in which they allowed goals. Here's Schlein up to the right point. Harrington across for Hendricks. Holtz tries a low shot. That one blocked away before it got to the net. Harrington keeps it onside. Backhand pass into the left wing circle. Anderson twisting and turning. Gets it behind the net. Cannot find Bruno Egan. Egan is back into the lineup. He missed game number 3 of the second round. Leads all Stars goal scorers this postseason with 3 tallies. He has scored in each of the first 2 home games of this postseason. Here comes Caden Harrington. Cross ice to Egan. Off of the boards. Bounces it around the defense. Gets it just past Michael Phelan. Beneath the attacking line. Fed off of the wall by Ty Mason into the neutral zone. Hendricks, D-to-D pass to Lassard. Cross ice. That one was in between Egan and Schlein. Neither able to touch up. And the Stars ice the puck. Jan Shostak back between the pipes again for the Stars. He has started and played in all 3 games of this postseason so far. Had a 167 goals against average and .919 save percentage in that first round against Sioux City. In the regular season, 29-12, 1-0, 240 goals against, and a .911 save. Shostak first of the USHL in goals against average, second in wins and save percentage, and tied for the most shutouts as well. He has won 21 of his last 25 games between the pipes for the Stars. Lassard trying to go across ice. Hits off the skate, finds its way toward Egan. That's about waist high for Schlein, not able to be received. Touched up and advanced out by the Blackhawks. Over the line on the far side, Houston pumps it behind the net. Kasiba just missed the stick of Bradley Walker. That allows Markinitis to finesse it out the other way. Just ahead of the stick of Kohansky. Lassard tumbling in the neutral zone. Play rescued by Markinitis. 20 goals in the regular season for lefty Markinitis. Played off the wall, back to him. Left wing side, it's Kohansky pushing it through. He scores! Kind of a broken play, but nonetheless, Lincoln strikes first. Cade Kohansky with his first goal of the postseason. And he makes it a 1-0 Stars with 16:43 to go here in the opening frame. Markinitis hopping toward the net on that last jump around the defense, lost control of the puck, came right over to Kohansky, and he pushed it down low past Casey. And gives Lincoln the 1-0 lead. Fourth line comes through in a big way as Cade Kohansky lights the lamp first for the Stars. Lincoln attacking left to right, controls the draw after the tally. First period is being presented by Genesis Health Clubs. Quickly worked right back to the neutral zone by the Blackhawks. On the right wing side, Mork off of the wall, bounces it in toward the far circle, but finesse back to the neutral zone. Reed Mork, he had a goal and 2 assists in 4 games of the regular season against the Stars. Dumps it in toward the left of Shostak. Flung around the backside of the net, near end for Harrington. Here he comes up north, Caden Harrington. He's over the line, just about the blue line, backhands it off of the wall, ricocheting in front of Casey, but collected by the Blackhawks. Near side of the ice, scooped up. Townsend over the blue line. Wants it back on the give and go with Reed Mork, but could not receive it cleanly. Pakar lobs it off the body up in the air. Now advances to the neutral zone through a few legs. Off of the wall near side, Harrington collects. Backtracks to Rombach. Cross ice looking for Schlein just over his stick. And back in front of the Lincoln bench. Sped ahead the other way. Hunter Ramos, low shot. Save made by Jan Shostak. Well, you heard the numbers on Shostak from the regular season and the playoffs so far. His regular season efforts have earned him nomination for not just the USHL Goaltender of the Year, but USHL Player of the Year. Shostak is a finalist for both awards. They will be announced next week. And wouldn't that be pretty incredible if he was able to get both of them? You've heard it the last 2 years from the Stars. Players, coaching staff, they've said it. He is the top goaltender of the USHL in their eyes. And he just might be awarded as exactly that. Stars work it out of their own zone. Grady Deering backtracks those. He steals it away, finds Phelan. Phelan to the right of Casey, gliding out far side, feeds it up to center ice off the twig of McMorrow. Brendan McMorrow had an excellent regular season, 24 goals to lead the Blackhawks, tied for second in the USHL with 14 power play goals. He has been lights out here in the playoffs, 5 goals, tied for second most among all USHL skaters. Stars break it over the line. Just chipped away from Schlein on the pass attempted for Egan. Rombach up to Schlein in front of his own blue line. Lincoln with the puck at center ice. On the far boards, Anderson backtracks to Rombach. Now it's Weber. Near side of the ice. Schlein tipped over the blue line. Lincoln enters the attacking end. On the right wing side, twisting and turning. Pelletier feeds it in front for DeJulian, fresh off the bench. He could not tuck it past Casey on the backhand. Now a stretch pass the other way. Hawkins trying to get a shot off. Poke check by Shostak. A shot one time between the two circles by Davatilla was blocked by Griffin Brown. And the Stars feed it back towards center ice. Waterloo working right to left. One touch on the near corner. In toward Brown. He'll chop it around the boards far side. DeJulian off of his skate. Settled. Flung to the net from the top of the right wing circle by Mason, but kicked away by Shostak. Blackhawks trying to re-enter. This one unable to be settled down by Davatilla. Banked in behind Shostak. Brown off of the boards. Funky Karam. Waterloo gets a hop. The shot misses the net. It was Mason from about the right dot pulling the trigger, but he missed the cage. Now Gio DeJulian. Center ice. Turns and tries to send it in at the Waterloo net. Blocked by Dylan Compton. He'll instead fire it in at Shostak, who hangs on for a stop with 13:49 to go here in the first period. 1-0 the score with the Stars on top thanks to an early goal from Cade Kohansky. Kohansky lighting the lamp first for the Stars at the 3:17 mark. And we will be back in 60 seconds after this timeout on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Out for Markinitis with an opening. Here he comes, Markinitis. He scores!
The 2025 Clark Cup playoffs are here. Join us at the Icebox for all the excitement as the Stars try to bring home their third Clark Cup. Head to USHL.com for a look at the playoff picture and upcoming games. Purchase your tickets for home playoff games now at LincolnStars.com or by calling the box office at 402-474-7827.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
1-0 Lincoln with 13:49 to go here at Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Best of 5 series. Opening up here tonight, continuing tomorrow at 6:05. Then after that, of course, we will have games number 4 and 5 in Waterloo. What promises to be a raucous atmosphere, one of the best home ice advantages in the USHL. Stars have a great one as well. This is two teams. It's going to be hard for them to lose on home ice. Games 3 and 4 coming up Wednesday and Thursday, 4 if necessary. Both of those at 6:35 in Waterloo. Blackhawks control the puck, attacking zone. Mulgrave's shot is denied. Rebound comes up to Huck. It popped off his stick up in the air, fluttering away from the top of the net. Bouncing at the side of the cage. Controlled by Casibo with Walker. Looking to spring it for Huck. Huck plays it back toward Walker. Bradley Walker drops off. Huck panned on the shot. Second opportunity. Misses the net. Walker scoops it up. Flings across ice looking for Huck. A stick lift prevents him from getting a shot. He'll steal it right back and try down low. Saved by Shostak. Walker on the rebound. Misses the net. Chaos in the Lincoln defensive zone. They're finally able to clear it out as Jans chips it across all 3 lines. Teddy Mulgrave sped back to get it and absorbs a big hit from lefty Markinitis. Shostak tosses the puck around the boards. Pakar trying to punch it north, gets some help from Tanner Henricks. Work behind the Lincoln net for Harrington. Back toward his D partner, Henricks far side. Jete applying the body, but it's finessed over the line. Loomer cancel down on the wall, far side. Absorbing the contact, tries the center, gets it over to Harrington. Wrister misses the net. Ricocheting behind the net. And Corral near side. Harrington lays the body, keeping the puck on side temporarily. Loomer's pass was blocked away. And it's sped out by Jete, right wing side. Henricks trying to hip check him. Jete feeds it behind the net for Morg. Back toward Jete. And off to Morg. Tries the center for Townsend on the backhand. Could not handle that. Loose stick behind the play. That's the stick of Morg. Not broken, just in a collision. Lost control of it. Now Brady Peddle flings it into the Lincoln defensive zone. Henricks is back behind the cage to get it. Meanders to the left corner. Up ice for Matthew Malte. He'll turn and flip it in behind goaltender Carter Casey. Casey far side trying to play it back in front was Anderson. No one home. And disaster avoided for the Blackhawks as they'll dump it into the Lincoln zone. Off the loose stick behind the Lincoln net. Rombach having a little bit of trouble. McMorrow steals. Feeds it back into the corner. McMorrow trying to peel himself off of Daniel Schlein. Lost the puck and his stick. Schlein with a breakout pass intended for Hunter Anderson. Could not be controlled as it rolls all the way back to Casey. And he will cover it up. 11:37 to go here this first period. Talked a little bit about Carter Casey's work for Waterloo. This is a guy who played in 20 games for Grand Rapids High School this spring. 10-9-1 with a .272 goals against average and a .912 save percentage. Jumping right into the thick of it here in the Clark Cup playoffs. And what a goaltending matchup this is. You have the hotshot youngster in Casey, the savvy veteran, arguably the top goaltender in the entire league in Showstack. And this is what playoff hockey is all about. Storylines like this. Who's going to steal the show when both of them certainly have a spotlight on each other throughout this postseason and really the regular season in Showstack's case. Stars bring out their second line, unable to hold the zone. Right in front of the Blackhawks bench, Etienne Lassard dumps it into the offensive zone. Dylan Compton, far corner, fed up toward the blue line, intercepted by Griffin Brown, but back in the neutral zone. He'll turn and dump it back over the line. Now the Blackhawks break out. Tip pass could not be handled by Hawkins. Oliver enters their defensive zone. Oliver in the near corner, chipped around for Pelletier, just past his twig. Flies around far board side, where it's worked into the neutral zone by Ty Mason. Chip pass ahead by Caden Hawkins toward the side of the Lincoln net. Showstack steadies it around near corner side. Finessing in toward the boards near side and then lofted into the bench. Goes out of play into the Lincoln bench as Rocky Russo tosses the puck back into the stands. All Rocky Russo is known in his 4 seasons at the helm of the Lincoln Stars is that one way or another he's going to face the Waterloo Blackhawks in the postseason. Back in that 2021-22 season, it was his Stars who were upset by the Blackhawks, losing in 3 games. A tough overtime loss in Game 3 right here at the Icebox. The next year, Lincoln got revenge, winning at Waterloo in the second round. Stars won that one in 3 games, winning games 1 and 3 as they iced the puck here. Last season, Stars, of course, sweeping away the Blackhawks. Lincoln was the 3rd seed in the Western Conference. Rather, they were the 6th seed. Waterloo was the 3rd seed. 2 seasons ago, and that thriller of a 3-game set in Waterloo, really that series deserved 5 games. Might have been the reason why the next year the USHL went to a best-of-5 series. Stars with the 3rd seed. Waterloo was the 2nd seed, meeting in the second round. What a battle that was in 2023. Heck of a fight in 2022 in this building. A lot of fans, of course, would love to forget that one. For whatever reason, whoever the home team has been in the elimination game the previous 3 seasons has ended up losing and lost the series on their home ice. Here come the Blackhawks midway through the first period. They'll ice the puck as it shuffles off of the boards just to the right of Showstack. Lincoln face-off coming up in the attacking zone. First trip to the conference finals for Waterloo since 2018. They lost to Fargo in 4 games that year. They have reached the Clark Cup finals 6 times, most recently in 2014. They won the Clark Cup in 2004, their only Clark Cup in 46 seasons. This is season number 46. For the Stars, their 29th season, they have 2 Clark Cups, 2003 and 1996. Also reached the Clark Cup final in 2001. This is their 12th time reaching the conference finals. Of course, in their early days, there was no official conference final. It was simply called the USHL semifinals, a round right before the Clark Cup. Tangle up behind the Lincoln net. Caden Harrington loses his helmet. And it looks like we have a penalty coming up. Kasiba was tangled with him. Kasiba is skating to the box. And the Stars might be getting tonight's first power play. Sure appears so as Harrington's heading back to the bench. Kasiba had him wrapped up, got his gloves up high and knocked off the helmet of Harrington, who was gathering himself and getting ready to skate to the bench. As he, of course, with the helmet off, could not remain on the ice. But now he's going to get all fixed up on the bench, and we'll see if he starts on this power play. He will not. Instead, the unit of Schlein, Hunter Anderson, Jack Parkar, Gio DeJulian, and Etienne Lassard will open up this opportunity on the man advantage. Power play woes for the Stars in the second round, but really since the beginning of March. Lincoln is 1 for 10 in the playoffs on the man advantage, 1 for 6 in Game 1 last Friday versus Sioux City. However, since March 6th, the Stars are 13.7% on the power play. 13.7% in their last 16 games. Trying to snap out of the funk here. It's Daniel Schlein atop the right circle. Hands it off to Lassard. Looking back door for Picard. He missed his stick. Off the wall, Jack Picard in the corner. DeJulian trying to help him out. Bounces past the stick of Picard, fed behind the net. Finessed off of the boards, up toward the right point, and bounces into the neutral zone. Lassard resets. Mulgrave blew a tire. Lassard feeds it over left side. Picard just over the line. Back up top. Etienne Lassard banked off of the corner boards where DeJulian finds it near side. Blackhawks lift it off of the glass and out of the zone all the way back toward Jan Shostak. How about this penalty kill for Waterloo? 15 for 18 this postseason. They were 4 for 5 in round 1 against Tri-City. 11 for 13 in round 2 against Sioux Falls. They'll get another clear here on the backhand. Brady Peddle shuffles it back down toward Shostak. PK at 83.3% of the postseason, 81.6% of the regular season, 4th best in the USHL. Stars know they've got to find a way to solve them if they want to win this series. Collision near side. Oliver lost his helmet. He's going to have to hustle back to the bench. Stars holding the offensive line. It's Harrington off of the boards behind the cage. Picard and Malte, first one's toward it. Picard had just gone to the bench for the change. He'll quickly come back out, feeds it in front of the net, looking for Egan. He couldn't find that stick. Harrington walks the line near side. Harrington to the point. Picard, left side. Hendricks with a one-timer. That one is blocked away. Comes back to him on the half wall on the far side. Hendricks looks in front. Redirection, misses the net. He had Malte at the far post. Now Egan back and forth with Hendricks. Straight away, left side. Harrington, hammer time attempt, but he fans on the one-timer. Now in front, point-blank opportunity for Egan, transferring for the backhand of the forehand, shut down by Casey, and cleared out as the power play is finished up. That best look of the power play might have been the final chance on it for Bruno Egan at the last moment. A big stop by Carter Casey. He has stopped 6 of 7, though his Blackhawks trail 1-0. 4 shots on goal for Waterloo. Game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. This one flung off the boards just in front of the Lincoln blue line. Could not be escaped. It's Mason near side, absorbing the contact of Jans, but got it in deep. Sam Huck, bodied by Ethan Weber. He led the Stars with 3 points last postseason against Waterloo. All 3 of them were assists. Has flown in toward the near corner. Played by Rombach off of the wall. Jacob Rombach on the far side of the ice. Lifts it down off the stick of Markinitis, who applies the body. Puck came free right in front of Casey. Poke checks it away. Here comes Waterloo on the breakout. Nice move toward the net. Ramos could not get the shot off. Another attempt. Misses the cage near side. To the neutral zone. Teddy Mulgrave. Wheel and deal to the far side. Chipped in to the left of Shostak, rolling near corner. Townsend around the boards, far end. Here's Rombach. Lifted up toward the blue line, kicked in by Ramos. Blackhawks hold the line. Ramos stumbling, feeds it to the front of the net, and it is stuffed home. Teddy Townsend ties the game up. What an effort by Hunter Ramos to finesse that puck in front of the net as he was stumbling at the base of the right wing circle. And Townsend is there to clean it up and tie this one up. 6:32 to go in the first. Teddy Townsend with the goal. It's his 3rd goal of the postseason in his 7th game. And the Blackhawks have answered after the Stars score first. So Waterloo killing off the Lincoln, or the penalty from earlier, killing off the Lincoln power play. And now they've got the equalizer. Stars looking for an answer now. A 1-1 game. Back and forth here in this first period. 6:20 left in it. Blackhawks enter the zone. McMorrow tries the center for Jete. Missed his stick. Harrington and Schlane behind the net. Pitchforked around the boards near side by Schlane. Anderson in the corner. Works north for Hendricks. Stars attack left to right. Harrington up ice. Intended for Schlane. Hit off a defenseman's stick. And rolls over toward Carter Casey. He'll hang on with 6:01 to go in the frame. It's 1-1 between Lincoln and Waterloo. Let's step aside for 60 seconds. We'll return with more in a moment here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Hey Stars fans, I'm Ford Jack McCarr. Over the last 3 seasons in Lincoln, I've had a chance to stay in a couple of great homes while playing for the Stars. I'm so grateful for the hospitality of the Reese and the Weber families to help Lincoln feel like home for me. Please consider hosting a Lincoln Stars USHL or AAA player for the rest of this season if you have an open room in your house. The connections that players form with their billets are so crucial for making Lincoln feel like home for us.
Email housing@lincolnstars.com.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is bringing back Bowl for Kids' Sake. Create a team, raise donations, and join the bowling celebration at Sun Valley Lanes and Games on May 2nd. Every contribution helps to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships for Lincoln's young people. Learn more and register today at bbbsmidlands.org under the Events tab. Big Brothers Big Sisters, igniting the power and promise of Lincoln's youth for over 50 years.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
1-1 hockey game between the Lincoln Stars and the Waterloo Blackhawks here in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Joe Norman with you from the Icebox. Happy to have you along with us here on 93.7 The Ticket and Flow Hockey. Game number 2 is tomorrow night. Still time to get your tickets. 6:05 puck drop here in the capital city. Hard to beat playoff hockey. What a battle this one has been so far as we get a quick whistle with 6:01 left in the frame. First period of play is being presented by Genesis Health Clubs. Cade Kohansky opened the scoring at the 3:17 mark, and then Teddy Townsend tied us up at the 13:28 mark. Kohansky's first of the postseason, and Townsend with his third. Tie up on the faceoff, but the Blackhawks control it. And it's worked out to the near side, just past the Lincoln bench. Weber at the blue line pushed it back to center red. Mulgrave of Waterloo. Now to Jete. He's over the line. Jete, base of the left wing circle, trying to curl. Weber bodying him against the wall a few times. Tipped off the body and played around by Rombach, far side. Here he comes, Jacob Rombach, up ice to Daniel Schlein. Gains the line. Schlein in the regular season tied for 11th in the USHL with 57 points. Spectacular at home as well. Feeds it up to Weber. One-timer turned away. Rombach at the left point, feeds it around the boards. Here's Anderson in the near corner, trying to separate himself from the defense. Anderson, right point, Weber, low shot, looking for a redirected front, couldn't get it. Pakar in front, trying to find Anderson. That one intercepted and guided out by McMorrow. Front of the Lincoln bench, he'll push it just over the line and head to the bench to complete the change. Now it's Weber at center ice. Standing up Davatilla, finds the puck, sends it across ice for Pakar. Malte receiving it off of that hop, but Pakar was over the line, playing it back behind the line. Malte entered, and the Stars are offside as a result. .456 to go in the first. Neutral zone draw won by the Stars. Lassard into the near corner. Loomer hustling in deep, tries to chip it away from Michael Phelan. He could not. On the near wall into the neutral zone, Lassard steals it, now flings over to the far corner. Off the wall, Brady Peddle guided away from the puck by Loomer, who chips it toward the net. Carter Casey will hang on for Waterloo. 8 shots for Lincoln, 5 for the Blackhawks. A lot of talk this season about the Stars' work offensively, and rightly so. This was a phenomenal team in terms of just lighting the lamp. 272 goals to lead the USHL, but also set a franchise single-season record. However, defensively, the Stars, 166 goals allowed. Their 10th fewest in 29 seasons. So something to be said about their work defensively this year. We've seen that a lot here in the postseason. No goals prior to tonight were allowed at any period besides the second. Lincoln was phenomenal in the third period of its 3-game series against Sioux City. 6-0. They outscored opponents. Malte over to Loomer. Right circle. Rister is denied. Big rebound, but shuffled away from danger. Lassard trying to hold the line. Backhands it across ice. Brown will chip it over the blue line into the zone. Blackhawks back to the neutral zone. Mork cross ice, gloved down by Lassard to himself and fed to Kohansky. Cade Kohansky wrists it into the far corner, hopping off the wall. Dylan Compton scoops up the puck. Compton on the near side of the ice, gliding up towards center. Chipped it off of a skate, controlled by Jans. Here's lefty Markonitis in his own zone. Flips over far side. Henricks over the line. Compton disrupts as he was trying to find Kohansky, but he does steal it. Kohansky trying to drop pass toward Jans, but stolen away just before it got to Jans' stick. Aiden Harrington back in the Lincoln defensive zone. Feeds it across ice for Markonitis. Stars can't go any further. Huck picks his pocket and flips it in behind Shostak. Henricks off the wall. Markonitis hustling to the puck. Brady bodies in. Kohansky lays a hit against the wall on Walker and is quickly dumped out of play shortly afterward by the Blackhawks. So that should keep the faceoff in the Lincoln defensive zone. No, they will move it back to the neutral zone with the Blackhawks lobbing it out of play. 3:20 left here in the first period. The Stars and the Blackhawks all knotted up at 1-1. Other action in the USHL with a minute 47 to go in the first period. No score in game one between Muskegon and Dubuque. Muskegon entering as the 4th seed in the Eastern Conference. Dubuque, the 2nd seed. Lumberjacks swept away top-seeded Youngstown in the first round, or the second round, I should say, but only 2 points separated Muskegon, 4th place, and Youngstown, 1st place in those Eastern Conference standings. Those top 4 teams all had a legitimate chance at moving on. Dubuque knocked off Madison in the second round. Madison was the 3rd seed. Near side of the ice, here's McMorrow, 2-on-1 developing quickly for the Blackhawks. McMorrow tries to slide it in front to Brady, and Shostak gets right up in Brady's chin. He gave him a whack, did not like how close Brady got toward the net. Jacob Rombach quickly came in and gave Morgan Brady a hand. Brady and Shostak are chatting some more now. How about that? Brendan McMorrow and Morgan Brady coming in on a 2-on-1. McMorrow trying to slide the puck across the crease toward Brady. Brady went in skate first. It looked like he just barely pushed Shostak back a little bit to knock the netting off of its moorings. Shostak took exception, went over, gave him a whack with a stick and then a shove. Jacob Rombach quickly jumped in and grabbed Morgan Brady. His helmet popped off. No penalties. We'll play on here 5-on-5. Now a neutral zone faceoff. Reed Davitillo kicked down to the dot. Davitillo came over in a trade at the trade deadline from Fargo. He only had 1 point in 16 games in the regular season with Waterloo. Has a goal and 4 assists already here in the postseason. He has been a playoff performer. He is a Clark Cup champion. Did it last year, trying to do it again this year. Here's a loose puck, side of the net. DeJulian batting it toward the cage. Casey keeps it out. 10 shots on goal for the Stars. Ballgrave on the near side, up toward Caden Hawkins. Hawkins across ice, just missed the stick of Ty Mason. Can't get around Henricks. Davitillo comes over to body him. DeJulian pushes Davitillo toward the wall. Henricks finds the loose puck. Harrington near side for Lincoln. Lifts it up ice toward the Waterloo blue line. It's gloved down by Brady Petal. Petal up toward Davitillo. Pocket picked by DeJulian. Pelletier now over the line. Alex Pelletier bodied away from the puck. Oliver trying to get it to the side of the net. He could not. As it's quickly finessed off of the far wall by the Blackhawks into the Lincoln zone as they ice the puck. Ty Mason played it last from behind his own red line. Now this will send a faceoff back to the Waterloo defensive zone with a $1:57 to go in the opening frame. Stars out shooting the Blackhawks 11-5. They led the USHL with 35.16 shots per game in the regular season. They averaged 31 shots per game in the first round. On the tie-up, Picard kicked the puck forward, right over toward the stick of White Rabbit. The Blackhawks will enter the Lincoln zone. Ryan White Rabbit tied up on the wall far side. Puck is flung out off of the boards near side. Loomer gains the line. Bouncing up in the air. Loomer joined on the near wall by Picard. Malte comes over as well. Lost it for a second. Malte recovers, gets a shot off, and a save made up high. Casey hugging that one between his left arm and his stomach. Secures the puck with 1:30 to go here in the frame. 5 shots for Waterloo, but one of those found its way through on the tally, coming off of the stick of Teddy Townsend at the 13:28 mark. Cade Kohansky with Lincoln's lone goal, 3:17 mark. Stars came out firing and scored first. In the regular season for Lincoln, when it scored first in a game, they went 34-3-2. Knotted up, though, late here in the opening frame. Blackhawks with the puck. It's Brady from his own blue line up toward the red line. Wrists it off of the corner wall, far side. Takes a funky carom and flip to the top of the circle. Not quite out. Now Schlein will work it near side for Egan. Egan off the boards near side. Bodied, and he shoves down to the ice. Nick Bogus. That'll draw a few skaters over toward him, including Morgan Brady. Egan thought he took an unnecessary shove, so he gave it right back toward Bogus. Went tumbling down to the ice. Brady went over to support him and is trying to plead for a penalty to be called on Egan. Will remain 5-on-5. Minute and 8 seconds left to the first. Neutral zone faceoff once more. Play had been whistled dead. Egan took a push he didn't necessarily appreciate. Gave it right back to Bogus. Face off in front of the Waterloo bench now. McCarr back and forth in the circle. Controls, lifting it over the blue line. Where Petal collects for Waterloo. Around the boards, Grady Deering chops it off the wall into the neutral zone. Tanner Henricks lifts the puck right back into the Waterloo D zone. Casey leaves it behind the net with 50 seconds left in the first period. Phelan over to the near end. Chipped over the red line. Weber couldn't settle the bouncing puck. Henricks does. Advances it across ice just away from the stick of Lane Loomer. Another chance here for Phelan and the Blackhawks to break it out. Petal up ice on the far side. Hunter Ramos gains the blue line, looking for a pass down low. Henricks gets in the way of that, clears it down and past all 3 lines. Icing is washed out as Brady plays it in the far corner. Brady up ice for Deering off the wall. Oliver gets in the way of that pass intended for Ramos. Now Ethan Weber from behind his own cage to Henricks off the wall. 10 seconds left in the first of this 1-1 game. Henricks missed Oliver's stick. Icing negated thanks to the efforts of DeJulian. And that will allow for the period to expire. Little pushing and shoving near side of the net. Alex Pelletier in the middle of it. Now DeJulian will push and shove with Brady Petal near side. But that's all she wrote for period number 1. Cade Kohansky put the Stars on the board first on a bit of a broken play. Lefty Markinitis trying to hop around the defense. Did not quite get to his spot. Lost the puck, but Kohansky was right there. Got a shot off down low and past Carter Casey at the 3:17 mark. Teddy Townsend would even this game back up. Great play by Hunter Ramos from his knees, feeding it over to his left to Townsend, who took care of the rest and made this a 1-1 game at the 13:28 mark. That does it for the first period of play presented by Genesis Health Clubs. When we come back, we'll bring you our first intermission report presented by Gray on Campus. 1-1 between Lincoln and Waterloo in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. This is the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Hi, my name is Molly Party. I'm a realtor with MP Dodge Real Estate. I'm a newly licensed agent and considered numerous brokerages before deciding on MP Dodge. I chose the company that gives me the most support in my new career, plus guidance and encouragement along the way. MP Dodge has a unique mentoring program for new agents. It's helped jumpstart my career and has a supportive management team and administrative staff. So if you're contemplating a career in real estate, look no further than MP Dodge. It will be the best decision you make.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Treads Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is bringing back Bowl for Kids' Sake. Create a team, raise donations, and join the bowling celebration at Sun Valley Lanes and Games on May 2nd. Every contribution helps to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships for Lincoln's young people. Learn more and register today at bbbsmidlands.org under the Events tab. Big Brothers Big Sisters, igniting the power and promise of Lincoln's youth for over 50 years.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
This is not Joel Norman. This is Jackson Contra back here in our 93.7 The Ticket studios. Going to give you a quick little intermission report / update here for the USHL around the league. Lincoln Stars are tied 1-1 with the Waterloo Blackhawks, as you guys have heard, after the first period of play. Over on the other side, you have the Fighting Saints down 1 against the Lumberjacks in the other conference finals. And that's pretty much it for the USHL as they wind down in the Clark Cup playoffs here. But like I said, the Lincoln Stars are tied 1-1 after the first period with the Waterloo Blackhawks. Kind of stepping away from hockey here for a second. Going to give you a quick little NFL draft update for any of you that are interested. I'm just going to start off right off the bat with, I know what a lot of people here in Nebraska are interested in, and that Shedeur Sanders has not been taken. We are well through, almost to the end of the second round. The Broncos are on the clock currently with pick 57 in the NFL draft, 25 of the second round. But just to kick off things in the second round, the Cleveland Browns selected a linebacker, Carson Schweschinger, out of UCLA. A solid pick here. I don't have any arguments with Cleveland going after a linebacker. They need the help, so I completely understand where they're getting at with that. Houston Texans go with Jaden Wiggins. They wanted Matthew Golden, the Houston boy through and through. They go with Jaden Higgins, with him not being on the board out of Iowa State. I think it's a solid pick. They got that pick from the Giants, so it's a solid pick. Seattle goes with a safety and Nick Emenwari. There's a lot of fun names in the NFL draft, so I might butcher some of them. But Nick Emenwari, the safety out of South Carolina. Cleveland then with the 4th pick as well that they acquired yesterday in the Jacksonville trade. They go ahead and pick up Quinshon Judkins, the running back out of Ohio State. So Quinshon Judkins stays in the state of Ohio after playing his senior season over there at Ohio State, obviously transferring in from Ole Miss. Miami Dolphins trade with the Raiders and get Jonah Savinier, a guard out of Arizona. Solid pick to build up the trenches down there in Miami. After the Miami Dolphins, it was the Patriots picking up Travion Henderson, Quinshon Judkins' teammate, the running back out of Ohio State. Another workhorse for Drake May to work with after they picked up Will Campbell in yesterday's first round. After that, the Chicago Bears would go on to grab Luther Burden III, the wide receiver out of Missouri, trading up with, or getting that pick from Carolina, I guess I should say. Luther Burden, a guy that's fallen a little bit, and there's been a few in this draft that have fallen, such as, we're still waiting on somebody to call Shedeur Sanders' name. I don't know what team that's going to be. The Bears, their pick is in. Denver's after them. The Raiders will follow them after that. So we don't really know where Shedeur Sanders is going to go yet, but this next pick is where a lot of people probably thought he was going to go at this point. The New Orleans Saints, with pick 8 in the second round, pick up Tyler Shough, the quarterback out of Louisville, and pass on Shedeur Sanders. I'm starting to think that these interviews actually did go worse than what we anticipated, because a lot of these guys are passing on Shedeur Sanders. People don't do this for no reason. You don't just pass on a quarterback who has got solid statistics and was projected to be this top 5 guy, in the words of his great father, Deion Sanders. It's interesting to see here. I don't know when Shedeur Sanders is going to go. I don't really think anybody knows that yet. I imagine he'll go tonight. I don't know how he would make it past the 3rd round. It's just very interesting to see. We'll see through the rest of the night what team takes Shedeur Sanders. But after that was the Bills taking TJ Sanders on the defensive line, defensive tackle. After picking up Maxwell Hairston last night, the corner, they go ahead and get somebody down there on the defensive line. Much needed for the Bills. After that, the New York Jets draft Mason Taylor, the tight end out of LSU. I think it's great. I think it's a great pick for them. They needed the help at tight end. Solid pick up there. The Dallas Cowboys with pick 12 in the second round get Donovan Izuraku, the edge out of Boston College. This is another one, a guy that kind of slipped out of the first round. Definitely could have gone in the first round. The Cowboys pick him up there with a potential steal, a guy that racked up 16 sacks at Boston College this season in his senior year and had a great season over there at Boston College, sitting at the bowl game against the Huskers because he knew he was going to be a high draft pick. After that, the Colts would draft JT Tuamalu, the edge / defensive tackle out of Ohio State. Another great pick for the Colts there. They need the help on the defensive line. After that, it was the Rams taking Terrence Ferguson, the tight end out of Oregon. And then finally, Will Johnson goes off the board with the 15th pick in the second round to the Arizona Cardinals. Obviously, Will Johnson struggled with the turf toe injury and missed 6 games of the season last year with Michigan. But, he's got all the talents to be a really solid corner for somebody here. And obviously, Arizona eats that up and takes him up with the 15th pick in the second round. This next name, I'm going to butcher it, but it's Arinante Ursary, the offensive tackle from Minnesota, goes to the Texans with the next pick after that. Again, I said this last night. If anybody was listening to the draft show last night, I think you can't go wrong with picking offensive linemen. It's always just a solid pickup to pick up linemen in any draft. After that was the Bengals taking Demetrius Knight Jr., the linebacker out of South Carolina. So once again, it seems like a common theme here with the Bengals picking up defensive guys. I think that's where they think their needs are rather than the offensive line. I think a lot of people would disagree with that. After that, it was the Seahawks going with Elijah Arrow, the tight end out of Miami. Carolina Panthers go ahead and get Nick Scorton, the edge out of Texas A&M. Solid pickup there. Obviously, he transferred from Purdue for his senior season down to Texas A&M. Gets drafted in the second round of the Carolina Panthers. The Tennessee Titans after that would take Oluwafemi Oladejo, the edge out of UCLA. A lot of tough names here in this draft. But yeah, edge out of UCLA, solid for the Titans. Obviously, there was rumors that they were going to draft Abdul Carter with the 1. They end up not doing that. Go ahead and get Cam Ward. Pick up an edge of the second round. Solid for them. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers go ahead and grab Benjamin Morrison, the corner out of Notre Dame. Solid for them. They need the secondary help. After that, it was Anthony Belton, the offensive tackle out of NC State, going to the Green Bay Packers. And then after that, Trey Harris is finally off the board, going to Jim Harbaugh and the Los Angeles Chargers. Solid there. I like Trey Harris. He's a big physical receiver. I think he's similar build to now I'm forgetting his name. The receiver out of TCU that they have over there in Los Angeles. And then after that, it was the Chicago Bears going with Ozzie Trapilo, the offensive tackle out of Boston College. And Chicago Bears have that pick through many trades, and a pick that originally belonged to Minnesota. Right now, the Detroit Lions are on the clock. The pick is in, just waiting for somebody to come out and announce it. And after that, it'll be the Raiders, the Ravens, the Broncos, the Commanders, the Bears, and the Chiefs, and then the Eagles to wrap up the second round of the NFL draft. Still the third round yet to come. We'll go ahead and throw it here. Back to break. When we come back, it'll be Joe Norman back at the Icebox in a 1-1 hockey game in the Western Conference Finals. Game 1, where the Stars are facing the Waterloo Blackhawks. I'm Jackson Kleinschmidt. Thank you for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. Joe Norman back in a little bit.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
20 minutes are in the books for tonight's Lincoln Stars game. It's time to recap the action so far with our first intermission report, presented by Cram Campus.
Back at the Icebox, where the Stars of the Waterloo Blackhawks are all knotted up 1-1 after 20 minutes here from the capital city. Cade Kohanski put the home team on the board first, the 3:17 mark of his first tally of the postseason. Teddy Townsend answered at the 13:28 mark with his third of the campaign. Reed Morick and Bradley Walker are credited as the apple givers on the tally by Townsend. I believe Hunter Ramos should be in there instead of Morick, but we'll have to double-check the video and the scoring. For the Kohanski goal, lefty Marketitis at Aiden Jans, getting the helpers on the fourth line, making things happen for the Stars as they pick up a pivotal tally. Shots on goal in the first period, 11 for Lincoln and 5 for Waterloo. Stars knotted up, with the Blackhawks 1-1 after 20 minutes. Only one penalty in that period, Nicholas Casiba for holding at the 9:55 mark. Lincoln unable to score. Their power play has been anemic, to say the least, really since the beginning of March. They are now sitting at 7 for their last 52 on the man advantage. That is good for 13.4% over their last 17 games. They've got to find a way to turn things around here on the power play. Think about it like this. They ended the regular season in terms of power play at a rate of 27.6%, but in their first 49 games, they were at 30.9%. So you think about that. Over the final 13 games of the regular season, the Stars dropped a full 3.3% on the man advantage. They've got to find a way to get that going here. About a little over a minute to go here in this intermission. We will take a quick break. And when we come back, it's second period action from the Icebox. Game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. Lincoln and Waterloo live here at the Icebox. We'll be back after these messages on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Out for Markinitis with an opening. Here he comes, Markinitis. He scores!
The 2025 Clark Cup playoffs are here. Join us at the Icebox for all the excitement as the Stars try to bring home their 3rd Clark Cup. Head to USHL.com for a look at the playoff picture and upcoming games. Purchase your tickets for home playoff games now at LincolnStars.com or by calling the box office at 402-474-7827.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
There we go. Time to get started with period number 2 from the Icebox as the Lincoln Stars and the Waterloo Blackhawks are all knotted up 1-1 in this first game of the Western Conference Finals. Joel Norman with you in the capital city. Game 2 is tomorrow night at 6:05, same place between the Blackhawks and the Stars. Game 3 is coming up on Wednesday, April 30th at Young Arena in Waterloo, 6:35 p.m. puck drop if necessary. Game 4 is next Thursday, May 1st, 6:35 again from Young Arena. And if we need it, Game 5 is a week from tomorrow, back here in the capital city at 6:05 in Lincoln. Of course, neither team would love to have to go that far. They'd love to try and get this one done as quickly as possible and advance to the Clark Cup final. But if the last 3 postseason meetings between these two teams are any indication, this will be an absolute dogfight here over the course of the next week or so. In the Eastern Conference Final, it's Game 1 tonight between Muskegon and Dubuque. The Lumberjacks hold a 1-0 lead in that one. Both teams ready to go for the opening faceoff of the second period. This frame is being brought to you by Juice Stop as the Stars will attack right to left here in this frame. Opening up with the same starters to begin the game. Top line, Malte, Picard, Loomer, and Rickson Harrington on defense as we are back underway from the capital city. Caden Harrington getting the loose puck far side. Whistles this one around the base of the boards near corner. Malte lets it fly through toward Picard. Top of the left circle. A shot from Loomer is turned aside in and out of the glove of Carter Casey. Off the wall in behind Shostak. Henricks is back to get it. He'll work it far side. Loomer stretches it ahead around the defense to Picard. Picard walking in right wing side. Poke checked out wide. Jack Picard bodied against the wall by Dylan Compton. Puck stolen away by Morick and the Blackhawks. Here he comes over the line. Morick cross ice tipped in front. Jete one times at home as the net was coming off its moorings. And the Blackhawks score. Shostak pleading the net was off quickly enough that it should not be a goal. That one was going in one way or another, it sure looked like. And the one-timer hammered home by Chase Jete to give Waterloo its first lead of the night. Tonight's referees William Frazier and Cameron Giancarlo are going to take a look and discuss things at center ice with Mark. That tally coming just 48 seconds into the second period. Jacob Rosenberg is now over to continue the discussion. Looked like Shostak's left leg got over to the near post and knocked it off. And this is going to be reviewed. Frazier and Giancarlo into the box to take a look. Jete and the Blackhawks, for right now, have taken a 2-1 lead. But they're going to take a look. And we're going to step aside real quickly for a 90-second break. And we'll give you the verdict in a moment. This is the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Quick verdict on the review, and the Waterloo Blackhawks take the lead, and now they have added to their lead. On a quick rush the other way, Waterloo has made this a 3-1 game with 18:45 to go in the second. On the rush, it's Hunter Ramos finishing things off. A goal by Chase Chate was reviewed, and that was one of the quickest reviews we've had this year, with the net getting knocked off its moorings. The officials ruling that the goal that was called on the ice was upheld, and shortly afterwards, Ramos makes this a 2-goal lead for the visitors as Waterloo has come out strong here in the second period. Mentioned it earlier, Lincoln had some trouble in the second period in the second round against the Sioux City Musketeers, having allowed 5 goals and only having scored 2. The Stars are now being outscored 2-7 in the second period here in the postseason. Only 4 games, but a troubling differential in goals. There's a shot from the right point. Lassar missing the net. DeJulian trying to redirect. Oliver, near corner, bodied immediately by Petal. Stars with the puck in the Waterloo defensive zone. Gio DeJulian on centering this second line for Lincoln. Feeds it around the boards, but Caden Hawkins controls. Hawkins breaks it out, far side. Mason advances it in behind Shostak. 2 goals in the opening 2 minutes of this period for Waterloo. Ramos getting the most recent tally. Now behind the net, Shostak lets it go through as Brown chips it up the wall, trying to advance toward the blue line. Tie up behind the cage, or to the near corner rather, with 17:43 to go in the frame. Compton across ice at the left point, a shot attempted. That one is blocked away. Nick Bogus trying to let it loose. Stars trying to clear the zone here. They have 12 shots compared to Waterloo's 8, but the Blackhawks lead 3-1. They're looking to add to it, and they will. Caden Hawkins at the base of the right wing circle scores, and Waterloo takes a 4-1 lead. 17:29 to go here in the second period. And this blitzkrieg from Waterloo has put the Blackhawks up by 3. The Stars are stunned right now, and we are going to see a goaltending change. William Prowse is hopping onto the ice and looks to jumpstart the Stars. Jan Shostak to the bench, 4 goals on 10 shots allowed. And this is an attempt by Rocky Russo to try and spark his team. Three goals in the second period by the Waterloo Blackhawks. If you blinked, maybe you're getting back to your TV or radio dial a second or two behind, maybe grabbing an extra snack between periods. You've missed a lot. We'll recap it here in a second, but there's been a lot in the last couple of minutes. The Blackhawks scoring 3 times to open up this second period. There's still 17 and a half minutes still to go in the frame. A lot of time for Lincoln to respond, but this is a 3-goal deficit as the Blackhawks ice the puck here. For what it's worth, the Stars have not come back from a 3-goal deficit and won a game in quite a while. March 7th, 2020 at Green Bay. It's the last time they came back from 3 goals down and won. William Prowse enters his first time in the Clark Cup playoffs. In the regular season, he and the Stars earned points in 16 of his 20 starts. The last time we saw him was 2 weeks ago in the final game of the regular season against the Tri-City Storm. The Stars lost in overtime, a 3-2 loss. See the physicality ramping up a little bit for the Stars now, but a penalty coming up as Bradley Walker went down behind his own net. Getting up slowly. Stars will be penalized here. 16:49 to go in the second. Daniel Schlane is over to plead his case on the far side. This has been a miserable start to the period for Lincoln. About to be penalized here. The door hasn't opened up yet, but it should momentarily. Now the officials are discussing things as Matthew Malte is going to come out to plead the Stars' case. William Frazier and Cameron Giancarlo having a discussion. Again, Jacob Rosenberg joins them. Schlane is going to the box for now. So let's take a look at that scoring from this period so far. Waterloo coming out red hot. Chase Jete, 48 seconds in. Hunter Ramos submitted 15 in. And then Caden Hawkins at the 2:31 mark. Blink and you missed it. 3 goals in the opening 2:31. The Jete and Ramos goals were separated by 27 seconds before a strike a minute and 16 later after the Ramos goal by Hawkins. Jete his 4th of the postseason, Ramos his 2nd, Hawkins his 5th. And now the Stars being penalized. Darian Anderson is making his way across the ice and to the penalty box. He is going to head out. So Anderson, perhaps I would presume, serving a bench minor as Schlane is in the box right now for Lincoln. Checking from behind, the call on Daniel Schlane. Stars get an early clear here. Darren Anderson's penalty being announced right now. Waterloo to the power play. Their first opportunity of the night. It's Ramos gliding in, tries a shot, but a nice glove save by William Prowse. Prowse in the regular season for the Stars. 25 games, 15-3-2, 277 goals against average, and an .896 save percentage. Alan Shostak departing from this game, having allowed 4 goals on 10 shots faced. Face off to the right of Prowse. Waterloo in that first period only had 5 shots on goal. But here in the second period, 10 shots now at 11 with that save by Prowse. They scored on 3 of their first 5 of the frame. Stars able to get it clear, goes back behind the Waterloo line. Here comes McMorrow. Plenty of speed from center ice over toward Grady Deering. Tries to finesse it around the boards. McMorrow intercepts, fed up to the right point. Compton, left side. Ramos, a shot. Save made. Comes wide of the cage near corner. Pelletier can't get it out of the Lincoln D zone. Compton holds. Over to Ramos. Fakes a shot. Now lets it loose. That one blocked just before would have gotten to Prowse. Caden Hawkins into the near corner. McMorrow looking toward the net. This one popping up high, even with a crossbar, but away from the cage. Compton, 30 seconds left on the man advantage. Easing in, looks for a redirection. It's blocked away. Good work by the Stars on the PK. Down to the left side. Ramos, front of the net, could not be stuffed home. Nice left pad save by William Prowse. Ethan Weber with the puck, banking it off the wall, not quite out. Again, kept onside. 12 seconds left on the man advantage. Hunter Ramos looks across ice, feeds to Hawkins. In front of the net, dangling toward the cage. McMorrow couldn't make the last move. It's intercepted and stolen and cleared. Here comes Easton Houston. Up toward the blue line. Mulgrave, neutral zone, works it around the base of the boards. Dasher Oliver trying to chip pass beneath the goal line. Townsend intercepting a cross-ice pass for Waterloo. Missed the net on his shot. DeJulian near corner. Works it across. Townsend nearly stole it away. Good step up there by Caden Harrington. They'll enter the attacking zone. Harrington near side. Bodied by Houston against the near corner boards. Waterloo's physicality preventing the Stars from keeping the zone there. Teddy Mulgrave brings it out. Blackhawks go left to right. Mulgrave around the base of the boards, flung around toward the near corner. Harrington flips it back far side. Here comes Oliver. 14 minutes to go in the second. 4-1, Waterloo with the lead. They scored 3 times in the opening 2:31 of this period. Brought out of the zone, Brady near side. Advances to Davatilla. On the right wing, Davatilla, low shot, patted away by Prowse. Waterloo has completely dominated possession this whole period, even after the goaltending change. Stars got to get something going. Nice block here by Lassard. Passes to Egan. Egan, drop pass up to the left point. Oliver toward Lassard in the near corner. Etienne Lassard behind the net. Egan wraps it around, far point. Brown with a shot, save made. That shuffled out of the zone to the Lincoln bench area. 5-on-5 play. Stars killed off the penalty earlier in this period, committed by Daniel Schlane. Body of Pedersen comes in, pushes away a man. He gets the puck back from Hunter Anderson. Nate Pedersen in front toward Anderson off the side of the cage. Brady chips it off the boards, but Egan keeps it on for Lincoln. Behind the net, here comes Anderson as Brady lost his footing, leans into Davatilla, shakes him off, and finds Pedersen to the right point. Lassard with a shot, redirected off the side of the boards toward the far post. Casey shuffles over and makes the save. 12:51 to go in the second. It's 4-1 Waterloo. We'll take a break and be back in 60 here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Pelletier to Oliver. Wrister. He scores! Dasher Oliver puts Lincoln back in the lead.
Get your season tickets for all the excitement that the 2025-26 season brings us. Current 7th Star members, renew your season tickets now to guarantee that you'll have seats for all Stars home games in the 2025 Clark Cup playoffs. Take advantage of the early bird window to save on your season tickets. For more information, email Connor, CONNOR, at lincolnstars.com or call 402-474-7827 to secure your season tickets now and become a member of the 7th Star Club.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
12:51 to go here in the second period. The Lincoln Stars trailing the Waterloo Blackhawks by 4-1 score here at the Icebox in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. What a strange game this has been so far for the Stars as they currently they got the game's first tally, but after that surrendered the next 4 goals to the Blackhawks, including 3 tallies, 2:31 into this second period. Face-off to the left of goaltender Carter Casey. Waterloo is now out shooting Lincoln 15-14. Stars outshot them 11-5 in the first. Right now a 10-3 advantage in the second. Blackhawks win the draw. Here comes Brady Peddle. Can't get past his own blue line in the Waterloo end. Phelan comes over to help out. To the corner, flipped off the glass into the neutral zone. Ramos across ice. A hand pass by Ramos, feeding it over to Grady Deering. 12:39 left in the second. And that'll give the Stars what should be an offensive zone draw. Not to look ahead too much, but the Stars this postseason aren't 2-0 when tied or trailing after 2 periods. In the regular season, they were 6-14-2-0. I think at this point, if you want to make things manageable in the third period, you've got to get at least 2 goals and obviously not give up any more over this final 12:39 of the second. Chate, 48 seconds in. Ramos at the 1:15 mark and Hawkins the 2:31 mark, the scoring in this period. It's all Waterloo right now, out shooting Lincoln 10-3 in the period. Stars know the next shot on goal could change things, though. They go to work. It's Oliver. Pelletier, right point, couldn't be kept on by Weber. He'll have to hustle back toward his own end. That pass wasn't exactly in a good spot to receive. Pelletier, center ice. Left wing side, finds Oliver. Stops, looks across, intended for DeJulian. It's tipped out of play. In other Clark Cup playoff action here tonight, a 2-0 lead for the Muskegon Lumberjacks with 8:06 to go in the second period from Dubuque. Muskegon has won 5 of its first 6 games this postseason. Dubuque is 3-1 in the postseason. Fighting Saints had a first-round bye. Advanced with a 4-game series victory against the Madison Capitals. Four to 1 our score. It's the Blackhawks leading the Stars. Third-seeded Waterloo, top-seeded Lincoln. Townsend over the line. Getting the pass off on that left wing side. It's guided over by Walker. Now flung around the boards. Stars pick it up. Markonitis, fourth line out there. He'll chip it in. Jans Kohansky with him. Fed up toward the blue line. Harrington trying a one-timer. He fanned on it, going down to a knee. Hendricks had to go back to the neutral zone to play it back over the line. Now it's Waterloo's turn. Ballgrave up to Townsend, joined by Morick on the far wall. Big story of this one, that 3-goal starts of the second period. The opening 2:31, chasing Jan Shostak, USHL Goaltender of the Year and Player of the Year finalist. Shostak, a guy who stopped 79 of 80 shots in 2 games against the Blackhawks to sweep them last year of the playoffs. Changed from this game. So no matter what happens in here tonight, that's a win in a way for the Blackhawks in game 1, but they obviously need to get the win to really secure the meaning of that is forcing Shostak from the game. Casey behind the cage, flips it over near corner side. Malte trying to go up toward the left point. A little trouble for Griffin Brown. Morgan Brady and the Blackhawks reset. Nick Bogus up towards center ice. Trying to get it past the defense. Mason was tangled up with Lassard. Lassard and Picard come up with it for Lincoln. Malte from in front of the Waterloo bench. Gains center red. Backhands it in as he's shouldered down to the ice by Brady. Bogus around the boards. Bobbled for a moment by Picard. He's trying to settle it. Base of the right circle. Skate the stick. Picard behind the net. Poke checked away by Davatella. Recovers and feeds it up top. Weber with a shot. Handled by Casey straight away at the logo on his chest. He will secure it with 10:15 to go in the period. 15-15 now, the shots on goal. For Waterloo, in the last 2 days off, certainly a nice reprieve for them in this postseason. They last played on Tuesday, defeating Sioux Falls in overtime in Game 4 of the second round. The Blackhawks, from April 11th to April 22nd, played 8 games over 12 days. They had the last 2 days off, their second time with back-to-back days off in this stretch since April 11th. The last time was April 16th and 17th after the conclusion of that first round. They have not had 3 straight days off since April 7th through 10th. Here's a shot on the right wing side. McMorrow, it's turned aside. Flung back toward the neutral zone. Blackhawks, right now, they're not worried about their rest. They're worried about continuing this playoff run. It is hard to win the Clark Cup when you do not have a first-round bye. Right now, they have come out with a statement early on in game number 1. Far from finished. Deering and Waterloo on the right wing side. He'll fling it into the near corner. We do get a whistle. Looks like as Deering was dumping it into the zone. Might have caught a stick on the Waterloo bench. So a puck out of play with 9:39 to go in the second. And we'll take a break. We'll be back with more in a moment on 93.7 The Ticket and Flow Hockey. 60-second break here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstoRats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
9:39 left in the second. The Stars currently trailing the Waterloo Blackhawks by 4-1 score. Game one of the Western Conference Finals. Lincoln came out hot. They got the game's first goal very quickly at the 3:17 mark of the frame. However, the Blackhawks have responded with each of the last four goals, including three tallies at the opening 2:31 of this second period. Waterloo was outshot 11-5 in the first period, but they currently hold an 18-15 advantage in shots on goal overall. Stars back to work. Second period is being brought to you by Juice Stop. A steal by Waterloo. Rister. This is the net off the stick of Kasiba. Collected in the near corner by Caden Harrington. They'll fling it off of the boards into the neutral zone. Bobbled for a moment by Kasiba. Anderson comes in to stick check him. Pedersen finds a loose puck. He's over the line. Tries a wrister, but it's blocked to the near corner. Pedersen right now out there with Egan and Anderson. Daniel Schlane still in the box. He had that penalty earlier in the game as bouncing puck comes to Prowse. He'll hang on. Schlane got a checking from behind Meyer at the 3:11 mark and a 10-minute misconduct along with it. Darian Anderson served the first part of that penalty as the Stars killed off the power play. Neither team has struck on the man advantage. They are both 0 for 1. Lincoln's penalty kill this postseason improving to 7 for 9. Fourth game of the postseason for the Stars here after they swept Sioux City in the second round. Right off the draw, one-timer attempted on the face-off win. Townsend had his shot blocked. Loose puck collected by Pekar. Off the wall into the neutral zone. Loomer had it for a second behind the blue line, but stolen away. Bogus far side, missed the stick of Townsend and ices the puck. Talked about how game one of the Eastern Conference Finals is going with Muskegon leading 2-0. Vaslav Nestrasil got the scoring start at the 19:26 mark of the first period. And then Chase Stefanik in the second at the 6:20 mark, doubling up the Muskegon lead. Shots are 23-16 Dubuque over Muskegon in that game. Right now here it's a 16-15 advantage for Waterloo. Shots on goal as they lead 4-1. Bogus to Morik. Brings the puck north. Reed Morik, the low shot, misses the near post. Bouncing off the wall to Jete. Tries a sharp angle shot, sticked away by Prowse. Brady is there, stepping up from the blue line. Punches it behind the Lincoln blue goal line, behind the net. Carried around by Morik, the Waterloo captain. And flip near side. Jete trying to center it. Instead feeds behind the net for Townsend. He saw the stick of Morik and he heard it tapping right in front of the cage. Looked his way, realized he didn't have a lane, flung it around. And the Blackhawks losing zone possession shortly afterward as Brady, off the pass from Kasiba, receives the puck. Kasiba sent it right at the broken stick in front of the Waterloo net. Hunter Anderson almost was able to come over and steal that puck. Instead, he commits a penalty shortly afterward for tripping. And he'll head to the box. Rather, it's Alex Pelletier, beg your pardon. That's the last thing the Stars needed there, trailing by 3 goals with 7:48 left of the second. Pelletier to the box for tripping. Waterloo on the man advantage. Mentioned they are 8 for 26 here in the playoffs. They went 3 for 7 in the first round against Tri-City and then 5 for 18 in the second round against Sioux Falls. This postseason, Waterloo is 2 for 11 on the man advantage away from Young Arena. Here's a feed right in front, nearly bounces backdoor toward McMorrow after initially being broken up. He was alone near post, went down to a knee, and was not able to stuff that puck in near side. Now across ice, feed toward Hawkins, denied. William Prowse with a spectacular save and brought out of the zone. Malte to the blue line, chips it on for the boards. What a stop there from William Prowse with 7:30 to go in the frame. Now another opportunity, and they are able to stuff it home quickly. Sped the other way. It's washed out. How about this? Grady Deering having a discussion right now with William Frazier. Frazier called it off. Blackhawks began to celebrate. They're going to ask for a review. Frazier and Giancarlo standing right next to the penalty boxes. Waiting to see how this one came, as this play was immediately washed out. A shot from the right wing side. Deering let it loose. I believe it was McMorrow, front of the net, stuffing the rebound home. Ruled a no goal initially. And the play is being reviewed. Call on the ice was no goal. The scoreboard has already adjusted to say 5-1, but that is not accurate based on the ruling we just had on the ice a moment ago. Okay, wait to see what from the review. .126 left in the frame. And the rule is confirmed. So it remains a 4-1 game. But the Blackhawks do still have 1:26 left on the power play. So maybe this gives the Stars a little bit of momentum. They need something. Waterloo wins the neutral zone draw. Hunter Ramos sending it back toward Dylan Compton. What a regular season for him. Dylan Compton, a USHL Defenseman of the Year finalist. Getting into his stats, his power play work phenomenal. McMorrow is offside. Compton led all USHL skaters, not just defensemen, all skaters in power play points with 28 and power play assists with 26. But he is going to head to the box here to even things up. That washes out the remaining 1:11 of the Lincoln penalty on Pelletier. So we'll go play a little 4-on-4 hockey now. So Pelletier is joined in the box by Compton on the far side. And this opens up the ice a little bit for the Stars. See what the ruling is on Compton. I believe that was initially just offside, so it looked like a simultaneous penalty was called. So Compton in the box. Interference will be the call on him. Stars sent out Oliver and Hunter Anderson up front. Harrington and Hendricks on the back end. Face-off won by the Stars. Hendricks walks the line, feeds it off of the wall to himself, and circles back to the neutral zone. Lincoln going right to left. Harrington has the puck right now. Sets up shop behind his own net. Caden Harrington carries the puck far post side. Drop pass toward Dashiell Oliver. Fed up toward Harrington, center ice. Joined on the rush by Henricks. Feathers it ahead to him. Henricks trying to make the last-second move. He could not. The rebound is stuffed home. Hunter Anderson with the tally. Carter Casey made the initial save. Anderson cleans it up. 4-2 now our score. And the Stars are back within a pair. Casey did all he could, stopping the initial attempt by Henricks, who slipped behind the defense. But a big goal there for Hunter Anderson. He continues his red-hot postseason. 2 goals and 3 assists in 4 Clark Cup playoff games. Casey trying to hang on, had it atop the crease. He was spun out a little bit to the side. The whistle never sounded. Anderson stuck with the play and tucks it in. 4-on-4 goal for the Stars and a big response. Now here come the Blackhawks back on the attack side of the Lincoln net. To the left dot. Davatilla backs off. Tries a shot down low. That ricochets out of play into the mesh in the near corner. 18 seconds left on the Pelletier minor. Compton has 1:07 left on his. So will be a little bit of power play time coming up. The Stars will have minimal time on the man advantage, but still an opportunity nonetheless. Face off to the right of William Prowse, who came on, and he has stopped all 9 shots that he has faced so far. Jan Shostak chased after giving up 4 goals on 10 shots to open up the game. Start trying to settle things down here. They've made it a 2-goal game. Like I said before, you really got to get into that intermission, making this at least a 1-goal contest. Blackhawks behind their own net. Chite steers the puck north, fed it across ice, off the stick of Davatilla. Towards center ice, Pelletier right out of the box receives. Feeds it over near side, just behind Malte. Henricks is there to backtrack. Tanner Henricks with the puck for Lincoln. They work right to left. Henricks sidesteps Davatilla. Across the center ice logo, drops it off for Malte. Into the attacking zone. Oliver to Egan. Straight away, Henricks. Ton of commotion in front of the net. Malte providing the screen. Harrington, far side, Egan, fans of the one-timer, side of the net. Oliver feeds it around the boards to the left point. 14 seconds left of the power play. Henricks, Malte, one-timer from Egan off the glove of Casey, swatted away, not out of the zone. Henricks, Harrington, hammer time, save made, rebound collected, and flipped off the wall near side by Phelan, and he's able to advance it to the neutral zone. Compton is out of the box, tries a one-touch pass across for Jete, but instead it trickles back into the neutral zone. Flung around the boards. Harrington collects. Out on the far side. Oliver, a little trouble on the reception, right wing side. To the corner. Dashiell Oliver feeds it in front, looking for Markanitis. Disrupted. Got across ice for Kohanski. Stars with a little momentum right now. They're within 2. It's a 4-2 lead for Waterloo. Markanitis looking for the puck. Flung up to the right point. Brown keeps it onside. Markanitis delays into the corner, trying to dangle around Mulgrave. He does. A shot from down low by Kohanski, stuffed by Casey. It's flown all the way back to the Lincoln zone and is iced by Waterloo. You can see it right now. The Stars are sensing some momentum. Waterloo came out roaring to begin this second period, scoring 3 goals in the opening 2:31. Hunter Anderson picked up a big tally for Lincoln at the 13:31 mark. Assisted by Tanner Henricks and Caden Harrington. 2-goal game. 4:12 left in the second. Face on to the left of Carter Casey. He has stopped 17 of 19 Lincoln shots. Huck and the Blackhawks can't clear the zone. Nice play by Lassard. Malte, wrister into the glove of Casey. He hangs on. You can tell it from the crowd right now. They are ready to erupt. Not quite a full box. Still plenty of seats open here tonight, but lots of energy with this Clark Cup playoff intensity. It's game one of the Western Conference Finals. Stars were punched in the mouth early in this period. They have come back roaring, though, the last few minutes. Blackhawks win the draw. Compton flies it past the red line. Lincoln goes the other way now. Trying to get over the line. Lane Loomer could not. He had 2 goals in the first 3 games of the postseason. Got the empty netter to seal the Game 3 win at Sioux City. Brady Deering, left point. A shot up high. That one might have hit the post. Trying to be stuffed home near side by Ramos. Prowls hustles over and covers up. 3:39 to go in the frame. Now a face-off to the left of Prowse in just a moment. William Prowse had 3 shutouts in the regular season. Tied for the second most in the USHL with his teammate, Jan Shostak, and a couple of others. A.J. Reynolds of Cedar Rapids led the entire USHL with 4 shutouts. White Rabbit fanning on a pass. Anderson almost stole it away. Instead, brought out by Ramos and the Blackhawks. He's forced out wide by Weber, never able to cut toward the net. Ramos separates himself from Weber, brings the puck around far corner, lost his footing. Bombach defending. Schlein comes in as well, free from the box. His first shift since that penalty and 10-minute misconduct earlier. Comes out towards Schlein on the right wing boards. Impeded there. Couldn't get around McMorrow. Ramos finds a loose puck. Bodied by Ejan. Finds Anderson. Now Harrington. Enters the zone with a shot around the board. Skipping off the glass just in front of Casey. But over to the far wall. Flexed off of the boards by Deering out of the zone. Here come the Stars. Pelletier. Low shot from just behind the blue line. Patted away by Casey. Far board side. Deering chipped it off of the boards. Henricks collects. Flings it near side. Just missed DeJulian. And icing is called on the Stars. 2:35 left in the second. A 4-2 Waterloo lead. It'll be a face-off to the left of Prowse. Anderson, the last one to join the fray. He is set up at the far face-off circle as the draw comes near side. Gio DeJulian to take the draw. Lincoln trailing 4-2. They are now out shooting Waterloo 21-19 after that slow start to the period. Bogus and the Blackhawks control. He'll feed it up to Jete. Fakes a one-timer. Down tries a shot and scores. Chase Jete through the traffic. Restores the Waterloo 3-goal lead. Looks like it's redirected in front. Reed Moore got a stick on it. And the Blackhawks have taken the 3-goal lead once more. Consider this entering tonight's game. The Stars had done such superb play all season from Jan Shostak. He had allowed 3 or more goals in a game just 6 times in his 45 games played. He allowed 4 here tonight in the opening 22 and a half minutes of this game. He was chased. Stars got back within 2, but now surrender another and have this deficit drop back to 3 down. Mork off of the boards. Sends it in behind the Lincoln net. Bombach joined by DeJulian. Brings it to the front of the net. Avoids disaster with Townsend getting in. Got the pass off far side. Oliver to Pelletier. Trying to go back toward Oliver. Pelletier delays. One-timer misses the net from Lassard. Rombach left point. Skating with Lassard. They were partners throughout the season on the blue line. That was separated here in the postseason. Griffin Brown, the D partner of Etienne Lassard. Lincoln has opted to go with extra forwards for the majority of this postseason. They have 6 defensemen dressed. They can dress as many as 8, typically dress 7. They've been going with 16 forwards here in the playoffs. Here's Rombach and Pelletier. Got it around one defender. Brady chops the puck down before Rombach settles and backhands across ice. Up toward Hawkins. In behind him. Weber hustles into the Lincoln zone to get it. Now Malte. Cross ice. Loomer. Right wing side over the boards. Rolls it toward the net. Casey slowing things down. Gives way for Brady. Brady to Hawkins. He scored one of these 4 goals in the period for Waterloo. Mason lost control of the puck. Carrington's pass for Loomer missed his target. Loomer and the Stars enter the zone. Pakar, near side, Malte tries a feed backdoor. Loomer colliding with Brady at the side of the net. Hits the far post and knocks it off its moorings. A whistle with 50.1 seconds left in this second period. Net comes off. Do it again now to the left of Casey. 5-2 our score. Waterloo with the lead. Stars win the draw. Harrington just inside the blue line. Drifts right side. They'll feed it up the wall past the stick of Weber. Meanders in front. Anderson flings toward the net. Up and off of the glove of Casey up into the air. He will settle it down. It's run by Carter Casey here tonight. He's been solid. Stopped 19 of 21 Lincoln shots. 39.6 seconds to go in the second with the Stars trailing 5-2. Face-off near circle side. Again, Schlein and Deering will do it against each other. Schlein scored 16 of his 24 goals in the regular season here at the Icebox. He controls the draw. Bruno Egan behind the net. And the regular season second in the USHL in points per game. Anderson scored earlier in this frame. He leads All-Stars in points in the postseason with 5, 2 goals and 3 assists. Peddle to the near side. Schlein jumps up, can't get to the puck, finds its way to the point. Harrington just missed the net, far end. 10 seconds left of the second. Hold free by Ramos. He'll speed it north. Ramos with McMorrow. Cross ice, misses the stick of Phelan. Phelan trying to go toward Deering, broke it up, and that'll do it for a forgettable period number 2 for the Stars. As they surrender 4 goals in the frame and now trail 5-2. After 2 periods. Lincoln outscored 4-1 in the second. And they will head to the locker room looking for some answers here after a frustrating frame. Let's go through the scoring real quickly before we take a break. Waterloo needed just 48 seconds to get on the board. Chase Jete with a one-timer. 48 seconds in for his 4th of the postseason. Hunter Ramos would tally 27 seconds later, his 2nd of the postseason from Brendan McMorrow. And minute 15 in. And then at the 2:31 mark, Hayden Hawkins added to the blitzkrieg with his 5th of the season, or the postseason, I should say, to make it a 4-1 Waterloo lead. Stars broke up that run with a tally at the 13:31 mark from Hunter Anderson, his 2nd of the playoffs. And then Reed Morrick responded for Waterloo, restoring the 3-goal lead at the 17:35 mark on a redirection off a blast from Jete. So our score, 5-2 Waterloo after 40 minutes. And that does it for our second period of play presented by Juice Stop. We will take a break, and when we return, it'll be time for our second intermission report presented by Black Label Property Services. Stick around, much more to come. It's Lincoln against Waterloo, Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals here in the Clark Cup playoffs. More to come after these messages on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio, video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with Taco Night on Mondays or Whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is bringing back Bowl for Kids' Sake. Create a team, raise donations, and join the bowling celebration at Sun Valley Lanes and Games on May 2nd. Every contribution helps to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships for Lincoln's young people. Learn more and register today at bbbsmidlands.org under the Events tab. Big Brothers Big Sisters, igniting the power and promise of Lincoln's youth for over 50 years.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
This is not Joe Norman. This is Jackson Kleinschmidt back in our 93.7 The Ticket Studios here at 1040 O Street. The Lincoln Stars are down 3 goals against the Waterloo Blackhawks after 2. Take another look at the other side of the conference finals over there. The Lumberjacks, the Muskegon Lumberjacks, are up 2-0 against the Quebec Fighting Saints. Pretty good hockey so far here as the Waterloo Blackhawks actually do have a 3-goal lead on the Lincoln's Stars at the moment. Just like earlier, though, we're going to go ahead and take a look and give you guys an NFL draft update for any of you guys that are curious during our break here. When we left off, it was still the second round. We were at pick 24, and that was Ozzy Trapilo, the offensive tackle out of Boston College, going to the Bears. After that, it was Tate Ratledge, the guard out of Georgia, going to the Detroit Lions with the 25th pick in the second round. Solid pick there. The Georgia Lions always could use the help on the offensive line over there in Detroit. After that, it was the Raiders taking Jack Beck, the wide receiver out of TCU. After that, it was the Baltimore Ravens finally picking up Mike Green, the edge out of Marshall. This is a guy that was pretty high. There are a lot of mocks here in this past week leading up to the draft. A lot of people thought that he might go first round. He ends up going late here in the second round. The Baltimore Ravens get an edge rushing talent in Mike Green. Can't hate that if you're a Ravens fan. After that, Denver Broncos finally go ahead and grab their running back in this draft, and it is R.J. Harvey, the shifty running back coming out of UCF. A great pick there for the Broncos, by the way. They needed the running back, so solid pickup for them. After that, it was the Commanders picking up Trey Amos, the cornerback out of Mississippi. Solid pick there. He kind of slipped a little bit further in a lot of people's mocks. He was higher, so he slipped a little bit further than anticipated. A lot of people had him as an earlier second rounder, maybe even some as a late first rounder. After that, it was the Chicago Bears back again, taking Shamar Turner, the defensive tackle out of Texas A&M, yet again building that defensive front for Chicago. Ben Johnson picks up a nice big defensive lineman in the late second round. After that, it was the Kansas City Chiefs also taking a defensive lineman out of Tennessee. Omar Norman Lott goes to the Kansas City Chiefs with pick 31 in the second round. And to close out the second round, it was the Philadelphia Eagles drafting Andrew Makuba, the safety out of Texas. I talked a little bit about him yesterday on the draft show with Harrison Arns. I think he is a very underrated guy in this draft. But as I went through this year, there's still a name you haven't heard, and that is Shedeur Sanders. That is the story of this draft right now. Shedeur Sanders, as of right now, with a Broncos pick at pick 74 here in the NFL draft. No Shedeur Sanders yet. I don't know when his name will be called. As a Dallas fan sitting here, I have a slight anticipation that Dallas could at least take a peek over in Shedeur Sanders' direction. I know Jerry Jones wants a quarterback at some point in this draft. I don't know if he'll use the third round pick here, but it's going to be interesting to see where Shedeur Sanders ends up, because at this point, it really could be any team. Moving on here, we've gotten decently far into the third round, so let's kind of recap that. So far, with the first pick in the second round, it was Darius Alexander, the defensive tackle going to Toledo. A lot of D tackles are going off the board here, kind of leading to Ty Robinson being the top guy on the board right now. So it's only a matter of time before Ty Robinson hears his name called here in the NFL draft. After that, it was the Kansas City Chiefs taking Ashton Gillett, the edge out of Louisville, another big pickup for their defensive line. Cleveland Browns with the third pick in the second round. This is where I honestly thought Shedeur Sanders might have gone, but it ends up being Harold Fannin Jr., the tight end out of Bowling Green, who's coming off of a great season, one of the better tight ends in college football, goes early in the third round. After that was the Raiders picking up Darian Porter, the cornerback out of Iowa State. Then after that, the Patriots picked up Kyle Williams, the wide receiver out of Washington State. After that, Detroit picked up a wide receiver, Isaac Tesla. I think that's how you say it. Spell like Tesla, but Tesla. The wide receiver out of Arkansas. After that, it was the Saints picking up Vernon Broughton, the defensive tackle out of Texas. Buffalo Bills picked up Landon Jackson, the edge out of Arkansas. They need the defensive line help, obviously. And then New York Jets get Azure Thomas, the corner out of Florida State. Another really high guy in a lot of people's mocks who's kind of slipped a little bit further. And currently, the Broncos have their pick in with the Niners on the clock. After that is the Cowboys, the Patriots, the Cardinals, the Texans, the Colts, the Bengals, the Titans, the Steelers, who might take Shedeur Sanders, the Buccaneers, the Panthers, Chargers, Packers, Jaguars, Texans again, Rams, Ravens, Seahawks, Saints, Browns, Chiefs, Eagles, Vikings, Raiders, Niners, Falcons, Jaguars. That's going to do it for our quick little intermission report here from back in the 937 Ticket Studios. We're going to throw it back here to Joel Norman here in just a few short moments as we'll get ready to head into the third period of play here in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals for the Lincoln Stars.
Snow or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Spring storms can unfortunately lead to power outages. While LES line workers go out in the storm, you can stay in, but you can also help by reporting your outage right away online at les.com/report.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's time for the second intermission report of tonight's Lincoln Stars game, presented by Black Label Property Services.
Well, certainly a second period to forget for the Lincoln Stars as they are outscored 4-1 in the frame and enter the third period trailing 5-2 against the Waterloo Blackhawks. Joe Norman with you back at the Icebox. Second intermission report is presented by Black Label Property Services. 3 goals in the opening 2 minutes and 31 seconds of the second period for the Waterloo Blackhawks, and they have taken a 3-goal lead is often referred to as the most dangerous lead in hockey, but this is significant breathing room and a lot of way for the Blackhawks with 20 minutes to go. You can't count the Stars out, considering that twice already this postseason they have entered the third period tied or trailing, but it felt like that goal by Reed Morrick at the 17:35 mark was kind of a dagger on the side of the Stars at this comeback attempt. It's not impossible, but we said it has been over 5 years since the last time that Lincoln came back and won a game that had trailed by 3 or more goals. That was in Green Bay in March of 2020. Hunter Ramos, Chase Jete, and Caden Hawkins scoring in the opening 2:31 of the second period. Those 3 goals came in a minute 48 span. It just felt like the Blackhawks, every opportunity they had early in the frame went in. In fact, 3 of their first 5 shots to open up the second period found the back of the net. And that has been the difference of this contest right now. The Stars trailing by 3. It was a 1-1 game heading into the locker room after the opening 20 minutes. And in the second period, the Blackhawks out shooting the Stars 15-10. Jete, 48 seconds in. Ramos, minute 15 in. Hawkins, 2:31 in. Hunter Anderson responded for the Stars, his second goal of the postseason, and team-leading 5th point of the Clark Cup playoffs at the 13:31 mark on a shot that Tanner Hendricks had denied by Carter Casey. I was able to be tipped in shortly after that by Anderson. Hendricks was dangling to the top of the net, could not score on a backhander. Casey made the save, but Anderson found the loose puck and poked it in. 5-2 our score in this one in the Eastern Conference Finals. Game number 1, 15:08 to go in the third. 2-0 Muskegon over Dubuque. That does it for your second intermission report presented by Black Label Property Services. We'll be back with period number 2 in just a moment, or period number 3, rather, from the Icebox in a moment. It's 5-2 Waterloo here on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Give your furnace a break with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything, while still keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
Both teams are back onto the ice, and we are nearly ready for period number 3 between the Stars and the Blackhawks. And Lincoln is looking to get a comeback in store, trailing by 3, thanks to 3 goals in the opening 2:31 of the second period for the Blackhawks, as they are trying to wrap up a Game 1 victory on the road. What a message that would send if they can finish the job here tonight. Still plenty of time. Stars need a response, though, soon if they want to try and come back in this one, at the very least force overtime or complete the comeback and earn a Game 1 victory. It's so pivotal the way these Game 1s go. You look at the previous 4 seasons that these two teams have met in the playoffs. The team to win Game 1 has won 2 of those previous 3 series, and it was Lincoln each of the last 2 seasons. In fact, all 3 series against Waterloo in the Ronchi Russo era, they have won Game 1. Lost the series in 2022. Right now trying to see if they can get a comeback in store here in the third. Down by 3, we're back underway. Alex Pelletier and the Stars going left to right, entering the zone briefly, but poke check back towards center ice. Here's Caden Harrington winding up right in front of the Lincoln bench, tries to push it over the line. Petal behind the red line, cannot get it around the defense. Jete slaps it off of the boards in behind William Prowse. He came on in relief and replaced Jan Shostak, who allowed 4 goals on his first 10 shots faced. Here's Ramos and the Blackhawks. Top of the right circle. Delays. Looking to go back to the right point. 2 defenders all over him. Got it to Brady, who lost control. Anderson speeds the other way for Lincoln. Hunter Anderson around the base of the boards, trying to flip it off the side of the net. He could not. Stars keep it onside. Rombach stepping up. Edge of the circle. The wrister. That one blocked away. McMorrow gets some help, and it's flung back to where the logo at center ice. Stars trying to re-enter. Flung in by Daniel Schlane to the right of Casey. Brady over to get it. Morgan Brady, he's stepped up a few times and applied the body. He is a big body on the ice. Is he at 6'2" and 208 pounds. Ethan Weber toward Jacob Rombach. Backtracks to Weber, now far side, Malte. Chips it in, side of the net, Loomer. Into the far corner, Compton punches it around Malte. Center ice, Caden Hawkins brings the puck near side, tries a wrister, he'll miss the far post. Malte and Loomer flexed off of the boards and in behind Casey. Casey, far board side. Malte trying to keep it on, he could not. Hawkins could not cleanly receive the Waterloo breakout pass. Now Lassard, far end. Malte across the line. Loomer with Picard. Tries a wrister. Snared with the glove by Carter Casey. And he will hang on with 17:47 to go here in the third. Five to 2 our score. Face off to the left of Casey, near side. Kohanski stepping into the dot will go up against Reed Mork. Now Mork is kicked out. Chate will take his spot. Chase Chate with a goal and an assist. Reed Mork has led the way for Waterloo, as has Hunter Ramos, a goal and 2 assists apiece. Kohanski lost his footing, side of the net. Kohanski scored the first goal of the night back at the 3:17 mark of the first period. Lincoln got exactly the start it wanted. But since then, not a lot has gone their way. At one point, they gave up 4 consecutive Waterloo goals. The equalizer, the 13:28 mark of the first, and then 3 quick tallies in the second. They are still out shooting Waterloo 23-20. Looking for some answers here. Harrington back in the Lincoln zone. He'll cycle it from behind his own net and work north, skating left to right. Harrington gains the blue line, now at center ice, chipped off the glass, in behind Casey. Teddy Mulgrave, near side, works to the far end. Brady up to center ice. Griffin Brown applying the body. It's punched to the neutral zone. Huck backhands it right back in behind Prowse. Lassard. Backhands to center ice. Finds Pelletier trying to go skate to stick. He can't get around Huck. Huck lifts it in toward the left corner to Prowse. Controlled by Lassard. He'll work to Oliver. Dash to Oliver. Center ice. Backhands it in. Cannot get around the defense there as it was gloved down temporarily by Compton. Not quite able to clear the zone. He'll work the puck out from in front of the Waterloo net. Dylan Compton, near side of the ice. Brought onside by Bogus. Nick Bogus, cross ice, intercepted by Pelletier. He was charging north, trying to get to the bench for a change. Now he will as he dumps it in to the right of Casey. Ramos cycles around near side, flies past his own bench. Hunter Ramos, former Omaha Lancer. Left dot, low shot, patted away by William Prowse here in relief. First appearance of this postseason for William Prowse, rookie netminder for the Stars. Had a spectacular regular season, lost his stick. Grady Deering was tangled up with him at the side of the net. McMorrow, nice feed from behind the goal line, looking to the top of the right circle, broke it up by the Stars. And Waterloo has to reset in its own end. There's Mike Phelan, met by Anderson, steals the puck, feeds it in front. Egan denied, point blank. What a stop by Carter Casey. Schlane looking up to the point to Weber. Pushed by Anderson off of the defense, not quite out of the zone. Played by a high stick, now touched up by the Stars. That'll negate a stoppage in play. Schlane wires far side, heads to the bench for a change. Here comes Phelan. Center ice looking for Davatilla, missed his stick. Flown to the left of Prowse, where Harrington goes over to get it. Harrington looking up for a Loomer, catches his stick and flies this one in to the left of Casey in the Waterloo end. Loomer underneath for Picard. For Loomer, trying to work his way around the net. He cannot get past Big Morgan Brady. Now in the neutral zone, it's brought north. Mason on the right wing side. Hawkins stops, pops it around behind the net. Caden Hawkins scored his 5th goal of the postseason earlier in this game. That was back at the 2:31 mark of the second, at the end of that trio of tallies to open the first 2.5 minutes of the second period. Now in the third, it's Hendricks and the Stars on the attack, trailing by 3. Casey could not cover the puck atop the crease. That gives Lincoln second life. Hendricks trying to keep it onside. He cannot get around Davatilla. Reed Davatilla pumps it around the defense. Beneath the goal line, Lassard chopped, looking for Hendricks. Backside of the net. Lassard tries to clear, not quite out, as Huck keeps it on for a moment. Now Lassard steps up and brings it north himself. Lost his footing. Fans want a call. No call. Jans trying to cut to the net. Lost the puck at the last moment as Bogus poke checks it away from him. Hear the frustration of the crowd with the Stars trailing by 3 in game 1. Kasiba trying to cut to the net. Cannot get around the defense as Kohanski plays it off the wall all the way back toward Carter Casey. Casey finds Sam Huck. Work near side for Nicholas Kasiba. Turns and steers it into the attacking zone as Rombach sends him back to the bench. Now Oliver. Up the wall, Kohanski. Center ice, flings it in. Casey lets it fly around. Kohanski tossed it in from behind the red line, and the Stars ice the puck. Game number 2 tomorrow night at the Icebox at 6:05. Game 3 will be on the road Wednesday. Stars, unless they've got 3 tallies in the final 13-10, will likely be trying to tie this series up tomorrow night. We've seen crazy things happen. There is plenty of time to still complete this comeback, but Lincoln has got to get it started with that first one. We saw them inch a little bit closer late in the second period. So that tally by Hunter Anderson made it a 2-goal game. Now here's a shot from the right point, redirected. Brady Peddle pulls the trigger, it changes direction, and bumps past William Prowse to make this a 6-2 Waterloo lead. Looks like that hit off a Stars defenseman. It's Peddle leading the flyby back to the bench, and the Blackhawks have taken a 4-goal lead here in game number 1. That's a stinger for the Stars right there. Talked about that need to try and just begin this comeback. But instead, things getting a little bit more frustrating. Back to work for the Stars. Here comes Teddy Mulgrave. Fed over towards Sam Huck. Tries a wrister from the top the left circle. Prowse makes the save. And we get immediate timeout. It's 6-2 Waterloo here in game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. We'll be back in 60 on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Out for Markinitis with an opening. Here he comes, Markinitis. He scores!
The 2025 Clark Cup playoffs are here. Join us at the Icebox for all the excitement as the Stars try to bring home their 3rd Clark Cup. Head to USHL.com for a look at the playoff picture and upcoming games. Purchase your tickets for home playoff games now at LincolnStars.com or by calling the box office at 402-474-7827.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
4-goal lead for the Waterloo Blackhawks as they scored right before this media timeout. Brady Peddle at the 6:54 mark of this third period. And the lone tally of this final frame of regulation. 6-2 right now. The Stars have got a defensive zone draw coming up to the right of William Prowse. A lot of energy to begin the night, but it has been quieted over the last, almost 30 minutes now. 3 goals in the opening 2 minutes and 31 seconds of that second period for Waterloo to turn what was a 1-1 game into a 4-1 lead. Stars brought it back within 2 goals and a tally by Hunter Anderson at the 13:31 mark. Now the Blackhawks have scored the game's last 2 goals ever since then. In a lot of ways, when you look at a best-of-5 or best-of-7 game series, one of the best things you can do as the road team in the first 2 games is to try and steal home ice advantage and try to win one of those first 2 contests. Waterloo in a good position to do that here as Griffin Brown tries a shot left side. That one turned aside. For the Stars right now, you might begin to try and turn some of that emphasis to energy for game 2 as Daniel Schlane's shot is denied. And that'll be covered up at the side of the net. You look back at the regular season for the Stars. It's 6 goals allowed here tonight. They had a game they gave up 7 goals to Sioux Falls. But really nothing quite like what we have seen here tonight. So strange the way that this game has gone. fact, prior to tonight, the Stars had not allowed 6 goals in a game since March 22nd against Sioux Falls, a 6-4 loss in this building. Prior to that, it was that game they gave up 7 goals to Sioux Falls on February 15th. Here tonight, it's been a forgettable game number 1. See what the Stars can do over the final half of this period. Try and generate some momentum for game 2 tomorrow night. It's 6:05 here at the Icebox. As back underway here, it's Jack Bakar flipping it off of the boards into the neutral zone. Unable to be advanced toward Lane Loomer. Blackhawks will slow down. Compton up to Townsend. Tipped into the attacking end to the left of Prowse. It's a good Waterloo team. We talked about their work in the regular season. 3rd in the Western Conference. 34-18-6-4. 3rd seed in the West. Deering cannot handle the puck from behind the net. McMorrow comes in to take over. Lost his footing. Weber breaks it out far side. Markinitis can't quite clear the zone. Kohanski joins him on the second attempt, trying to push it away from the far wall, but the tie-up continues. 2-game sweep of Tri-City in the first round for Waterloo. They top second-seeded Sioux Falls in 4 games in the second round. They're trying to see if they can upset another giant here in this third round as they face Lincoln. Top seed in the West, holders of the best record overall in the USHL in the regular season. 4th Anderson Cup in franchise history for the Stars. Lefty Markinitis from behind his own net. Looks toward Jans. Cannot quite find him. It goes through his legs. And we'll go all the way back to the right of Casey for icing. Looking at the point distribution tonight for Waterloo, Reed Morick and Hunter Ramos with a goal and 2 assists apiece. Chase Chete has a goal and an assist. Jans up over the blue line. Kohanski will speed it out for Lincoln. Kohanski trying to cut toward the net on the backhand. He could not make that last move. He was looking for his second of the night. 10:17 to go in the third. Markinitis from straightaway has his shot blocked right back toward the blue line. He'll pump it in near corner. Dash Oliver collects. Sweeps it around. DeJulian wraparound attempt. Could not be stuffed in far post side. Markinitis disrupts the clearing attempt. Works it back to DeJulian. Left point. Henricks walks the line. Henricks high slot trying to find DeJulian. It missed his stick. Now it's Dashiell Oliver beneath the goal line. Joined by DeJulian up against the wall. Trying to push it around the boards and does successfully near corner. Pelletier holds the line. Up toward the left point. Harrington backs off to the blue line. Caden Harrington. Low shot. Redirection. Stuffed home. It's Alex Pelletier as he makes this a 3-goal game. Pelletier settled that for himself and redirects it past goaltender Carter Casey. 9:41 left in the third. And the Stars draw back within 3 goals. Lincoln is still out shooting Waterloo 29-23, and they've got their 3rd tally of the night. Talked previously about the Stars' success in third periods here this postseason, but here tonight they have matched Waterloo's 3rd period goal. Put us right back where we were entering the frame. A 3-goal lead for the visitors. Blackhawks control the draw, redirected into the Lincoln zone to the left of Prowse. Henricks, far side for Harrington. Pakar out to Malte. Stretch pass ahead for Loomer. He gains the line. Loomer with a wrister misses the net and rolls all the way back towards center ice. Mentioned it before, Lincoln this postseason prior to tonight, 2-0 when tied or trailing after 2 periods in the playoffs. In the regular season, they were 6-14-2-0. Right wing side, Malte across ice, intercepted by Morick. Morick rolls it into the right of Prowse. And behind the Stars net. Harrington from center ice, speeding up, flips it off the backside of the net after it hit the glass. Anderson, side of the cage, looking for Anderson, trying to shot, or Egan rather. Bruno goes down in pain. Bruno's down on his stomach to the right of Carter Casey. Took a collision right after his shot missed the net. He is down on his stomach. Corey Courtney makes his way over from the Stars bench. And Bruno Egan has not moved. He missed game number 3 of the second round against Sioux City. And he will be attended to right now. We'll take a break. When we come back, we're going to bring you the remaining 8:36 of regulation. Lincoln trails Waterloo 6-3 in Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals. This is the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit OakStreetCarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
Oak Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Let's send it back to the voice of the Stars, Joel Norman.
6-3 our score with 8:36 left in the third period between the Stars and the Waterloo Blackhawks. They're in game number 1 of the Western Conference Finals. 2-1. Meanwhile, the Eastern Conference Finals of Game 1 at Dubuque. The Fighting Saints have made it a 1-goal lead on a goal by Josh Giuliani at the 8:04 mark of the third period. Here tonight, the story of this game. Waterloo outscoring Lincoln 4-1 in the second period. The Chase Jan Showstack from the contest. Blackhawks scored 3 goals in the opening 2 minutes and 31 seconds of the second period. Those goals came 1 minute and 48 seconds apart. Waterloo's trying to pull off a Game 1 road victory. The Stars have won Game 1 in a playoff series in 5 of their last 7 series played over the last 4 postseasons. That includes winning Game 1, of course, last Friday against Sioux City. Stars just getting back onto the ice now here. Outshooting Waterloo 29-23. Penalties have not been much of a factor of this game. Lincoln is 0 for 2 on the power play. Waterloo is 0 for 2. Both of the two teams' second power plays were abbreviated. Waterloo took a brief man advantage before committing a penalty. Stars had less than a minute on their second power play of the night. 8:30 to go in the third. Lincoln has the puck behind its own net, attacking left to right. Weber shuffles it around. Oliver goes across ice to Pelletier, most recent goal scorer. Spring pass ahead, looking for DeJulian. Steered away to safety, though, by Carter Casey. Pelletier scored his second of the postseason, assisted by Harrington at the 10:19 mark of this third period, as the Blackhawks ice the puck meanwhile. Daniel Schlane's line onto the ice. Bruno Egan, who was shaken up right before the media timeout, is out and okay. He went back to the bench under his own power with his helmet off and a towel on his face, so must have just gotten cut up high. Whatever was bugging him looks like it's been attended to. And he remains out there looking normal. Egan's got the puck, drops it off toward Daniel Schlane. He'll speed north for the Stars, left wing side. Played off of the wall, trying to get to it himself. He stumbled to the right of Casey. Schlane applies the body, backhands it in front of the net. No one home for the Stars. They'll steal it at center ice. Egan angling around the defense, gets past Walker. Henricks leaves it for Anderson, looking to the front of the net. It's turned aside. Rebound all the way up toward the right point. Harrington Sends it around the boards, but collected on the far side by the Blackhawks. Michael Phelan will chip it down to the left of Prowse. Icing washed out. Good hustle by Bradley Walker. Davatilla, near wall. Pulled away from him by Schlein. Haynes center red. Flips it at Casey. Makes the save. Long stretch pass up the wall, far side. Could not be handled by Ty Mason. Instead collected by the Stars. Weber, near side of the ice. Past the Waterloo bench. Uses the boards to stretch it in behind the defense. Jete around the boards. Bakar intercepts. Half wall, far side. Flipped it into Ward Peddle, who is upended at the side of the net by Loomer. Lost his footing, gets back up, joins his team on the rush the other way. Stars steal it away. Brombach looking north for Lane Loomer. Off of the wall, finds Malte. Bakar right behind him. Matthew Malte from a sharp angle tries a shot up high, but Casey flashes the leather and hangs on with 6:42 to go. Well, for the Stars, dating back to the start of last series, had won 3 straight games. A loss tonight would only be their 5th in regulation since January 10th. Entering tonight, 28-4-2 since January 10th. Of course, that 12-game winning streak, the second longest in franchise history, from January into mid-February. Stars in that tough position a lot of Anderson Cup champions have been in. Win the Anderson Cup. Now everyone says go win the Clark Cup now. 22 teams in USHL history have won the Clark Cup and the Anderson Cup in the same season. Most recent team did it last year, the Fargo Force. The first 11 seasons of the USHL from 1979 to 1990, 10 of the first 11 seasons, the Anderson Cup champion went on to win the Clark Cup. Over the last 11 seasons prior to this campaign, only 2 teams have won the Anderson Cup and then the Clark Cup. Fargo last season, Chicago 2020-2021. Tangle up on the boards far side. Ramos lost his footing with Pedersen as Brady punches it in deep for Mork. Goal and 2 assists tonight for the Waterloo captain. He has been superb. This second line for Waterloo has buzzed throughout the night. Jete has a goal and an assist as well. Townsend has also scored. They open up the night for the Blackhawks and have come out very, very strong. Mulgrave at center ice flies this puck in around the boards near side. Harrington lofts it sky high up to center ice, bobbled by Deering, but gets some help. Mulgrave of the Blackhawks attacking right to left, chipped through the defense, all the way back to Prowse. He'll steady things down for Hendricks. Harrington, blue line over to the far side of the ice. Sped into the zone. Markinitis looking to drop it off. Jans wants the puck. Markinitis cycles, looks in front, but Huck defends Jans well and prevents reception of that pass. Markinitis stays to the play, slaps it around the boards. Over toward the near board side, flipped into the neutral zone. Lefty Markinitis had 3 goals in 4 games of the regular season against Waterloo as Harrington spins out in front of the Lincoln bench and a penalty is drawn. Looks like Brendan McMorrow is going to go to the box. 4:54 to go in the third. A 6-3 Waterloo lead. Looks like a tripping penalty on Brendan McMorrow. McMorrow has an assist tonight, but entered this evening with 5 goals, tied for second most of the USHL this postseason. Caden Hawkins has joined him in that tie with his 5th of the season, back at the 231 mark. So here we go. Back to the power play for the Stars. 7 for their last 53 on the man advantage dating back to March 6th. Can make it a 2-goal game if they can get one here. 4:54 to go in the game. 2 minutes on the man advantage. Bakar, Schlein, DeJulian, Hunter Anderson, and Etienne Lassard on the ice. To the right of Carter Casey. Schlein slips up on the faceoff win. DeJulian comes over to help him out. Jete able to steal and flex it off of the board's far side. Back to the left of William Prowse. He'll leave the puck behind the net to Etienne Lassard. Up to the left point. Schlane trying to keep it onside. Flips around the boards. The Julian steps up. Feathers around the backside of the net for Picard. Far wall, Hunter Anderson. Minute 26 left to go on the power play. Here's Daniel Schlane looking to the side of the cage for DeJulian. Bounce right back to Schlane. Lassard across ice. One touch toward Anderson. Down low, Picard to Anderson, left wing side. Into the circle. Anderson cross ice for Schlane. Gets toward his skate. Schlane up top finds Lassard. Cross ice. One-timer from Picard. Just missed the net. Looks like that one popped up out of play. With 3:56 to go in regulation and 1 minute and 2 seconds left on the power play. William Prowse is heading over to the bench for the extra attacker. First time the Stars have had to pull a netminder. Down by 3 with 3:56 to go. A 6-3 Waterloo lead. They can hang on to the lead. They'll take a 1-0 lead in the best of 5 series. And would need 2 wins over the potential 4 games remaining in the series. Lincoln will have to win 3 of the next 4 if they can't claw back and find a way tonight. So a 6-on-4 advantage now for the Stars. Presumably they'll just keep the net empty for a little bit here. A little bit of hesitation on the puck drop. Oliver is kicked out. Malte will enter. Make this a 2-goal game. Who knows what could happen after that? Net is empty. Stars with a 2-skater advantage. Can't control the draw. Almost cleared out of the zone. Great job by Harrington to keep it on side of the left point. Now right wing wall. Egan to the right point. Finds Hendricks. Cross ice for Harrington. Easing in. He'll dish it back up top. Wants the puck from Hendricks. Tries a shot. Redirection wouldn't go. Malte in the high slot had a chance, but it was blocked and just barely shuffled over the blue line. Now Oliver chips it back in behind Casey. To the near corner, the Stars are offside. See the frustration right now from a lot of Stars skaters on the ice. Malte swatting the stick on the ice. This will be a neutral zone draw, so that sends Prowse back between the pipes. Make sure to stick around once this game ends. We're going to have coaches' comments, presented as always by Southside Auto Tech. They'll be available on our Mixler page, or beg your pardon, our YouTube page after the game ends. Chatting with Stars head coach Ronky Russo about tonight's contest and kind of setting the table for game number 2. All the way back to William Prowse. He'll slow things down for Lassard. Carries the puck out of the zone. Prowse starting to make his way to the bench, and he'll head on over. Extra attacker will be Bruno Egan. Schlane, left point, one-timer, save made. Casey pushing it aside. He has faced 32 shots here tonight, 29 saves. Lassard up to Schlane, penalty expires. Schlane tries a shot, and another stop by Casey. 2:51 to go. Even strength, but the Stars do have their net empty and the extra attacker on in place of Prowse. Six to 3 the score. The Blackhawks in the lead. They scored 4 times in the second. Lincoln has scored in each period, but was outscored 4-1 in the second tonight. Face off to the right of Casey. Stars can't control it. It is cleared down the ice. This should be icing. No, it will be washed out at the last moment. Hendricks back to get it to the side of the Lincoln net. They'll carry the puck north. Here comes Tanner Hendricks backtracking finds Matthew Malte. Malte over the red line, lost control of it, flipped back toward the Lincoln zone. Again, this should be icing this time, and it will be as Henricks is back to get it. 2:27 to go, 3-goal deficit for the Stars. Their most recent goal coming off the stick of Alex Pelletier at the 10:19 mark of this third period. If Waterloo hangs on here tonight, this will be their 9th win in their last 10 games. Won 5 of the first 6 games of the postseason. And this is a team that has not lost back-to-back games since a 3-game losing skid March 29th to April 5th. Right off the draw, tie-up. Markinitis rifles one wide of the cage. And the puck pops out of play shortly afterward near corner. Blackhawks last reached the Clark Cup final in 2014, lost to the Indiana Ice. Won their only Clark Cup 2004, also reached the final 2007, 2008, and 2012. Every Clark Cup final appearance for them was under the tutelage of the great P.K. O'Handley. Second all-time in the USHL in wins, behind Mark Carlson of the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. Talked about there'd be a lot of energy on the line here as Bakar tries a one-timer. That one blocked perfectly in front of Casey. He had a window, a perfect face-off win toward him. You knew that revenge would be on the mind of the Blackhawks players returning from last season to this year. Something coaching staffs definitely remember. Who ends your season the previous year? Stars ended Waterloo's season in both 2023 and 2024. Waterloo coming out with quite the statement here in game number 1 of the Western Conference Final. It is a best-of-5 series. And again, this is rare territory. Talked about it before. Lincoln has lost the first game of a playoff series only twice in the previous 7 instances over the last 4 years. Anderson, left point, trying to fling it to the front of the net. Blocked. Lofted down the ice. It was blocked away from the Lincoln cage. Anderson is back to go get it. 6-on-5 with Prowse out from between the pipes. He has faced 13 shots and made 11 saves. Lincoln with the edge in shots on goal, 32-23. Spending a lot of time back in their own end, getting these clears from the Blackhawks that are deflected and preventing icing. Bossard, near side, Pakar. He'll chip it into the left of Casey. Carter Casey is trying to continue this remarkable run that he has been on. Looking like he will pick up another victory here tonight. If he gets the win, it'll be his 9th in the last 10 games. As he has started 10 straight. For win number 9 here, he is 64 seconds away. Morgan Brady lofts this up towards center ice off the glove of Pakar back to the Lincoln zone. Brown prevents Morick from going the other way. Now Townsend off of the boards, trying to play it to himself. Pakar gets in the way, feeds it out the other way for the Stars. 44 seconds left. Pelletier, Markinitis looking to the front of the net, disrupted. Casey can't quite fly it out. Pakar over the left side. It's Markinitis, and he scores. Makes it a 2-goal game with 35.2 seconds left. Jack Pakar picks up the helper. And the Stars striking with their net empty. Well, this is the closest Lincoln has been since the second of 3 goals of the opening 2.5 minutes of that second period. Let's see if they send Prowse out here. Looks like he is going to remain on the bench. They will stay with... Well, now they've only got 5 skaters on. We'll see if they send a 6th out. They will. They're waiting for that 6th one to get out there. It will be, apparently, Jacob Rombach making his way across. Lefty Markinitis with the goal a moment ago. .30 seconds left. Net remains empty. 2-goal game for the Stars. Markinitis striking a moment ago. Oliver joined in the fray by Jans. Rombach steps up as well. Tie up beneath the goal line. 15 seconds left. Stars look like they're going to potentially drop this one here as the puck is iced. So Markinitis with 2 points on the night with a goal and an assist now. Face off to the right of Casey. So 4 goals given up for him tonight, 2 of them in this third period. So take that as you will. False draw. We'll do it again in a moment. Pedersen is going to get a draw. He's one of the 2 extra skaters. Darian Anderson, the other, joins him on the ice. Blackhawks win the draw. Townsend lofting it down just to the left of the empty net. We get one last draw as icing is called with 1.6 seconds left. So Waterloo is going to take a 1-0 lead in the series as William Prowse hops back onto the ice. 1.6 seconds to go. Puck drop coming as Pedersen digs in, tied up, and the horn sounds as Waterloo takes game number 1. 6-4 the score. The difference in this game, that second period when they outscored the Stars 4-1. Well, that's going to wrap up our coverage of this one here on Flow Hockey and 93.7 The Ticket. We thank you for tuning in, and we will be back on the air tomorrow night. Stars and the Blackhawks, game number 2 at 6:05 on the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network. Big thank you to my board operator, Jackson Kleinschmidt, for running the controls at our 93.7 The Ticket studios. This is Joe Norman signing off. Once again, the final score 6-4 in favor of Waterloo. This has been the Lincoln Stars Hockey Network.
Thanks for tuning in to tonight's broadcast of Lincoln Stars Hockey on 93.7 The Ticket. To check out the Stars' upcoming schedule or to buy tickets for the next home game, please visit LincolnStars.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather.